Do we see and do we hear? Yes? Say yes. Please say yes. Good morning, everybody. Yes. I'm always like kind of hesitant to start into my like, hey guys, what's going on? And like get like 30 seconds into it before I actually look at the chat box and have people be like, yo, Crow, you ain't got no sound, bitch. We got sound. Hello. Hello. Happy New Year, everyone. I would like to apologize that the stream schedule has been so sparse because of the holiday season. I anticipate that this week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we will see a return to our standard scheduling, which will be very exciting. I also, as a point of gratitude, need to shout out everyone who just subscribed or gifted a sub. Omnivorous V and Lightspeed, thanks for your gifties. And Drots, thank you for subscribing. A video editor Al Austin, I will not thank you for subscribing because that's too big of a number and I don't like it. So I think you should stop. No more, actually. That's not allowed. No mas. I won't read your months. Stop asking me to read your months. Shut up about your months. Hi, everyone. I've missed you, and I've missed Monster Hunter. Can't snack too much because I want to. No, we'll see. Like watching what you eat. I firmly believe don't fight that battle during the holidays. It's not worth it. Eat the good stuff, get the goodies, and then after. But during, ooh, that's rough. Patat, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you also. I feel like I was gonna. Yes. Okay, let me get through. Too much ADHD. I'm thinking about how excited I am to play Monster Hunter. I'm thinking about how cool everybody in my community is. I'm thinking about all the stuff that I gotta say, like the stories I have banked for you guys from this week. Anomaly, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. And I hope everyone's new year is off to a fantastic start. I did some reflection as we headed into 2026 to think of like the things that I wanted to do and the things that I could improve on. So I didn't do as much reading or art last year as I wanted to, which I think is something I'm going to try to reconnect with hobby-wise this year. But I once again need to express like my most tremendous affection and thankfulness to all of you because my content creation goal for last year was to hit 1,000 subs on YouTube. That was the goal. I was like, I'm gonna publish video. I'm gonna put goofy things on the internet and I'll try not to think that I'm cringe or hate myself for doing it. I'm gonna try to push past that. I'm gonna try to do things online and not think it's dumb or ridiculous or mock-worthy. And here we are. So thank you all so much. I'm turning like white person red because I've got like the bashful flush. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all, everyone, for making my 2025 as special and remarkable as it was. And I cannot wait to see where 2026 takes us all together. I'm very excited. Resolutions to get crow-like bicep. That's easy. Pilates, weight training of your choice. Push-ups every day. You can do whatever you like. It's easy and it's fun and you can do it anywhere. That's what I like. That's lots of like body weight exercises. You don't even need to go to a gym. If you have chairs and countertops, you would be surprised the excellent upper body workouts that you can get. I was gonna say something. Oh, yes. Okay. I'll have like a somewhat serious announcement and then we'll go back into the fun things. If you get a Discord friend request from somebody using my name, I can promise you it's definitely not me. I have social anxiety and I do a shit job at talking to friends that I already know. I guarantee you I'm not out here sending random strangers friend requests and initiating conversation with them. And certainly I am them not using that as an opportunity to try to sell you something. Not me. Does it seem suspicious? It's suspicious. Block and report. Thank you.
I'll handle the rubies.
That's fun. Thank you so much for the cheer. I appreciate you. So yeah, if it happens to you, just sort of like shake your head at the state of the world and move on. Yeah, not me. Sorry. Regret to inform you. In fact, Lone Star, I like couldn't believe it. I thought it was like an elaborate like troll. that people were like, hey, did you message me? I'd be like, no, who the fuck are you? But apparently it's happening. So, again, not trying to sell you anything, not reaching out to you. Like I don't have it in me. Yeah, do a shit job at talking to people I already know. I promise I'm not out here reaching out to strangers, soliciting them for services, or I don't know. Like, I'm not asking you for commissions or something. I swear. I promise. It's not me. Knew the sweets pack was a scam. Panda, somebody sent you a sweets pack? That was a joke. That was me. That was legitimately me. This, yeah, unknown. It's like not the place to come to get sold bulk supplements. I do not offer design services for stream overlays. I will not ask to do art of your OC. I don't have that hustle mindset in me. I'm very quiet and blanket bound and silent most of the time. Yeah.
Good.
Venatide. Oh shit. 30 people. At least 2 of them were actually me. Yeah, I have been known to frequent the alleys. I feel at home and flooded by serenity when I am amidst the refuse and the rodents. Yeah, that's a favorite spot of mine, indeed. Yeah. Oh my God! Jamie, thank you. Jamie, thank you so much for your 100 gifted subs. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my God. You have crashed my chat box. Thank you. Oh my God. Happy New Year. You're crazy. Thank you. Please gift yourself something nice also. Yeah, please treat yourself as well in addition. Yes, thank you. Not the, oh yeah. I love the alleys. Dimly lit, little grungy, probably like a possum to befriend, a raccoon of some variety. The possibilities are endless. Never know what you're gonna find in an alley.
Good.
Thanks for the follow. Community. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta restart my chat box now. That's crazy. That's absolutely inconceivable. Thank you. Okay. We're back. We're coming back online. Nice city fox. Something that I used to love about living in London was just seeing foxes on the street like they belonged there. Just like, buddy, where you going? Are you heading into work? You got a job in an office? Like, what's the deal? I loved it. Made me happy every time. Took pictures constantly. I was just like, hey, here's a new friend. Just like a fox on the street. It was great. Found your channel 15 minutes ago and already see the community is nothing if not mind-bogglingly generous. So welcome in. If you were just caught up in one of the fantastic gifted subs, one of the 100 fantastic gifted subs that Jamie just dispersed unto the masses, you now have ad-free viewing and Discord movie nights and game nights and Monster Hunter sub hunts and other assorted gaming things of your choice. We've got Final Fantasy 14 FC. I don't know what this is or why I'm doing it. We just sort of fell into interpretive dance. That's what it is. Okay. Not the Cactuar, not the Manderville. It was probably the lead up to the Manderville. I bet that's exactly what it was. Well, I expect. Let me get like my announcements out of the way before you guys do something that derails me further. I think Lumen Hymn goes until the 14th. Which means on Friday, I think we'll probably do another Monster Hunter stream. I like Monster Hunter. I want to play Monster Hunter. There's a special event going on in Monster Hunter. We'll probably play Monster Hunter on Friday. But then I anticipate that on Saturday and Sunday, we'll see a return to Silksong. And probably next week, when the Lumen Hymn event has expired, we'll probably do Friday, Saturday, Sunday Silksong. And we'll probably be on the 3-day Silksong split until February. February, when Arch-Tempered Archveld drops. We'll probably make like a weekend of that. Maybe 2 weekends, depending on how hype and cool it is. I think it's gonna be really hype and cool. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I think it's gonna be fucking insane. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome in, and thanks for your follows, everybody. So that's my plan. Continuing to look ahead, I am hoping that if we can continue all 3 stream days of Silksong, we will finish Silksong probably end of February, early March. Maybe do like a special weekend or like a 1-day stream for the release of Monster Hunter Stories, just to like get a taste for it, right? I'm not sure if I'll commit more than like a 1-day experiment or like a 1 weekend experiment to it, but I think it could be fun to see. And then if I've timed everything right, and there isn't a gaming company that's like, surprise, hype hit, most anticipated release of the last 50 years, actually, we're dropping it the second week of March. Come play our game. World. I think it'll be World in like mid-March, late March. That's like my tentative gaming schedule. Wild. Monster Hunter Wild. Yeah. Because I want to see. And then we'll have time. We'll have the time for it. So that's what I'm thinking. I will keep you guys informed of the tentative schedule that I'm brainstorming as we move like through January into February. We'll see how much progress we're making through Silksong. We'll see if there's any new releases that drop that catch my immediate eye. There were a lot of really good games that came out in 2025 that I like basically played as soon as they came out. Recently discovered your Monster Hunter content, having a great time. Oh, thank you! I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Found you on YouTube. Your video really resonated. I feel the same emotion. Oh my gosh! Feel that is incredibly kind of you. Welcome in. I hope that you enjoy your time here. Welcome to the community. Thank you all so much. Oh my gosh, y'all are the best. Yes, Etchsmith. So one of the reasons that because I really, really wanted to do For You. I really, really want, like in my heart, I feel that calling. If I didn't have to make this like a business decision, we would be going into For You right away. But people have told me that there can be some adjustments that could be difficult going from 6th gen to 4th gen. It could be harder for people in the community to join the multiplayer experience for that title. And ultimately, like a lot of the fun as a streamer, especially as a very interactive streamer playing like a multiplayer game with a large community, I want to be able to play with other people. So we're going to go to Wild. We'll do World, and we'll see how that feels. I don't know how much content is in Worldborn. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine that I will play it for as much time as I've played Wilds. But I suppose anything could happen. So we'll see. But that's tentatively looking ahead. That's my plan. So many content. I'm assuming, guys, here's what I think. This is my Apollo's gift of prophecy. Like surging to the forefront. I'm willing to bet there's at least like 12 monsters in World. Yeah, you can take that to the stalls and bet money on it. I feel so confident in that prediction. Like a number of monsters between 12 and 17. Like at minimum. Yeah, this feels...
I won!
Darius, thank you so much for subscribing. How are you? 12 might be asking a lot. It just feels in the tutorial. Like, I'm not wrong. Exactly. See, I'm a man of math. I'm a man of figures and statistics. I'm well informed. I can make authentic predictions that reflect real market value. Yeah, at least 12 monsters. Worldborn. But we'll see. So that's what I'm thinking. So if you have World, get that shit up and running. If you do not have World, but you are interested in playing it alongside me, whether you're participating in community hunts or you just want to do the experience solo, I'm thinking March. So get ready for that. And it goes on sale pretty frequently if you do not already own it. Again, it's like if you're in my community, I think you probably own most of the Monster Hunter games. But if you are a new hunter like myself and you've been enjoying the experience, fret not, because I'm pretty sure it goes on sale every like 40 days. It was on sale in October, and then it was on sale again in December. So I think maybe we'll see something in February. I keep saying when it goes on sale, I'll buy it, and then I forget. So I still don't own it. But I will. It will not be difficult for me to acquire. Was enjoying your videos on Wilds. I'm really happy to hear that. I've had a really great time with Wilds. I'd be having a better time with Wilds if it would give me... Okay, hold on. Brief story time interlude. So y'all remember last stream? We're having a good time. Everything's like real joyful. Like the world is real bright and merry. And you all sort of coached me through the Gogma weapon mechanic with re-rolling the stats and, you know, shooting your shot, rolling the dice, hoping for the best. You all introduced me to the fundamentally addictive disappointment of gambling. And I said, I bet I'm built different, actually. I bet if I just sat here for like 20 minutes and hit the button off stream, I'd get exactly what I wanted. And so I thought I was cool. I thought I was built different. And stream ended, and later that night, I sat down. And I had like 800,000 Zenny to my name, so I said, I'm cool. Let's see what we can get. And 800,000 Zenny of rolls later, I saw Gormagala's Tyranny 4 times. And every time I saw it, it was paired with the skill Buttery Leathercraft. And I started to have an out-of-body experience. I kid you not, I was chuckling to myself in the dark silence like the Joker. I was like over and over just murmuring, Buttery Leathercraft, Gormagala, Buttery Leathercraft. Gormagala Buttery Leathercraft is now a phrase that activates some kind of sleeper cell in my brain that will make me commit crimes. Like felonious behavior. I could not believe my own bad luck. So
Good.
thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. So we are going to be farming a lot of GOG bits, I imagine, because I'm going to need parts of its carcass as currency to put in the slot machine that gives me Gormagala's Tyranny and doesn't match it with Buttery Leathercraft. Once the game decided to give me something different, and it was flexible Leathercraft. And I swear to God, I almost threw the controller through the monitor. I was like, we're just sticking with, I don't think it's possible. I think this is some kind of glitch that I need to personally share to Capcom and needs to be escalated up the QA chain, because I don't think it's possible to get Gormagala's Tyranny without some kind of worthless Leathercraft skill attached to it. I don't think it exists. I think we need to bring this to their attention. It's impossible content. Anyway, couple of good options in there when I eventually have the money to spend, which I don't because I transcended armor. So I think I've got 20,000 Zenny to my name. I'm poor. I'm so poor. And I almost okay, this is funny. When I was sitting down in the gambling grind, I almost made like a tweet out of frustration, and I was almost like, why am I always so goddamn poor all the time? And then I realized, I was like, oh, I'd have to clarify. It's like, this is a tweet about Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, no money, no Gormagala's Tyranny without Buttery Leathercraft. Like, awful. Anyway, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. So, I'm gonna need pack hunts today, and I'm gonna need to be using the Lumenhim mule that gives me extra money because I don't have any. I'm scrounging for coins in the gutter like a Victorian orphan. I am Oliver Twist. I am asking for more. So,
Good.
go to the forest camp and fish for platinum goldfish. I'm sorry, hold on. Is there a secret money-making hack in Monster Hunter Wilds? Lone Star, it sounds like you're about to scam me. You're like, you've just sent me an email and you're like, hello, I am a representative of the United Nations and I am living in Nigeria and my deceased husband, God above rest his soul, has left me a sum of so many money with lots of zeros in it, and I require a trustee of this fortune. Could this be you? Could this be, it sounds like you're tricking me. I can make money with fish in this game. Check, I regret to inform you that I have in fact traded in all of my sellable items. So I do not think there's any, I do not believe that I can be offered an egg in this trying time. I think I'm eggless. Traded items are just to sell. Usually just hunt with support from oh, is it quick? I always figured it would be faster doing multiplayers. Quest payouts are much better. Really? The new which new quests have really high payouts? Golden Fisher free hunts. You can use the capture net. Double tempered at 74k. We did out of desperation to see if I could free myself from the curse that was Gormagal's Tyranny Buttery Leathercraft. I joined Gemini's Hunt for 5 Kutku to make a cool 100k real fast to see if I could get some extra rolls in. No dice. Gormagal's Tyranny Buttery Leathercraft remains like the iconic couple of the deck. It cannot separate them. They are wearing vials of each other's blood around their neck. They have reaffirmed their bond and commitment in so many unspeakable ceremonies. Like, there's just nothing I can do. 5 Kutkus was asking a lot. And I, like, my sanity was already, like, dangling off a very precarious edge and when we started. And then it was just like, you know what? 5 Kutkus, why not? Tee hee ho ho. It was, yeah, that was my yellow wallpaper moment. So, coming in with 5 birds. With Fortune Hunter and Lucky Hunter, you can double that. What is Lucky Hunter? Is Lucky Hunter what you get for turning in a lucky voucher? Because I'm assuming Fortune Hunter is the skill that you get from Lumen Him. Yeah? It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Gemini came in with a paralysis horn. Them birds did not fucking move. It was actually kind of sick. I perhaps mistakenly labored under the impression that monsters became increasingly resistant to afflictions or status effects that you put on them, but based on the frequency with which those birds simply stood motionless, like shaking a little bit, I started to think maybe that was not true. Oh, they do! Para-hunting horn just outputs insane status. And quests with multiple targets are weaker. Ooh. So they're not all full strength. Is there any reaction to the Stories 3? Yes, I believe the reaction to the Stories 3 trailer is included with the title update for showcase reaction stuff with GOG. I think it's like halfway through, but we did watch it. Yeah, I do remember us watching it. Looking, yup, Jiggle, exactly. I want Gormagal's Tyranny and Lord Soul. And what I've gotten like everything else with Lord Soul. I got a Logi skill with Lord Soul. I got Gogmapocalypse with Lord Soul. I got Zoshia's Pulse with Lord Soul, which I think I might want to put on a lance, because I think that's pretty sick. I've got Soul of the Dark Knight and Lord Soul. I Gormagal's Tyranny, buttery leathercraft, like buttery leathercraft. I feel like whenever I talk about it, I'm seconds away from just descending into murmuring with hate in my heart buttery leathercraft over and over again until it sounds like I'm invoking some kind of Macbethian witchcraft. Buttery leather. Yeah, in my restless dreams, I see those skills. This is my Silent Hill 2 moment. Zoan Lords, think we found what buttery leathercraft cursed you. Oh, I got one that was Odogaron and buttery leathercraft, but or dog. All I getting was buttery leathercraft of Dogron and Lord Soul. So I've got good things in the pipeline, just not the thing that people tell me is the best thing. Gore, yeah, dude, it's Gore Magala with the Green Goblin mask. Yeah, this is probably a good time to say I've never seen that Spider-Man movie. So although I'm familiar with the meme, and although I am a real, who's that guy? The guy that plays the dude that wants pictures of Spider-Man, that actor, I really enjoy him, and basically, he's Cave Johnson, right? The guy that wants pictures of Spider-Man. J.K. Simmons. Yes, I really, really enjoy J.K. Simmons. But I haven't seen that. And I really like Will Dafoe. Like, I haven't seen the original Spider-Man. We might need to watch the original Spider-Man for a movie night. we might need to. Yeah. It's like, will it be a good movie? Probably not. But will it be a fun time? Almost certainly, I think. We might need to make that a movie night. I got a letter from God, but he died weeks ago. Yo, the backseat of my car is just fucking full of parts I've carved off of Gogmazios' corpse in search of my motherfucking Gogma roll that's 1010. It's fine. This is fine. Also, in my madness, I spent 300,000 Zenny to upgrade the wrong piece of armor, furthering my Joker agenda. Yeah, there's... On my tombstone, it's just gonna say, hee hee ha ha, buttery leathercraft. So I tried to save scum it. I was like, fuck, we gotta shut the game down. It didn't help. Somewhere along the line, it had saved automatically. I noticed it a little bit late, though. It was probably like 8 minutes after I'd crafted. You know, I'm something of a buttery leathercraft myself. My IRL job is shouting, get me Gifty, are you serious? That's so fucking fun. I know, Tony, and it's like, I actually appreciate, I think the GOG hunt is fun to grind. So I knowing that I will have to do it for the rest of my life does not bother me. Because it's like, I don't play a lot of PvP games because I think that it's difficult for me to socialize with people when I play them. Because it's like, it's hard to have like a conversation and also like not throw in the game. But something that I really like about Monster Hunter, especially it's like when you're very comfortable with the hunt or like you're using a weapon that you're very familiar with, it's like it becomes, you enter kind of like a flow state where the stakes are not so high and it's just like you can just talk the whole time. And I really like that as someone who enjoys being able to combine spending time with friends with other hobbies. I think that's real neat. But do I share the same hatred of buttery leathercraft? So, you know, it's funny you should say that because Monster Hunter Stories 3, when we were watching it, showed me a baby Rathian, and I was like, whatever. But you're not cute as a baby, like whatever. But it was like kind of like purple. It was like a purple Rathian, and they were calling her Dread Queen, and that's kind of cutieful to me. That's kind of that's giving. So maybe Monster Hunter Stories will do what Monster Hunter Wilds could not, and I'll bury the hatchet with Rathian once and for all. We'll see. Like, she's cutie. She's purple. She's little. She's got a very stylish name. Who is she? I would like to learn. I'd like to know. She's my friend, allegedly. Stomping around with her big purple, whatever. She's walking here. Everything, I'm a big fan of purple. Yeah, if there's a purple monster, I'm probably gonna like it. Gore Magala, purple. Dread Queen, kind of purpley. I feel like Mizu has like lavender bits, even though Mizu's mostly like red and pink. Try to think. Do we have any other Hirabami be purple? They're all right. Zoe's got purple glowy bits. The Guardians have lavender accents. Come on now. Rompopo, dude, I forget about Rompopo. I was kind of hoping that I totally understand why they didn't do this, right? Or why, from a developmental perspective, it's like they chose to take it in a different direction. But I can remember when we went through high rank, when Gormagala was like actually introduced and we like confronted him. It was a fight between like two frenzied monsters, and I'm pretty sure Gore just like landed and tore the jaw off of one of them. Or was it the Kut-Ku that ripped off Nersilla's pincher? Either way, we saw monster on monster violence. And I think it would have been really, really funny if we had just seen like New Udra or Rompopolo or like something within the Oil Well Basin react to Gog's presence. It's just kind of like, all right, fuck this, I'm out, or just like get squeezed like a toy until its eyes pop out of its head. It was Kut-Ku. I was gonna say someone did something nasty in that fight. The Kut-Ku got an arm ripped off. Yikes! I think it would have been fun if we'd just seen like. But I like when monsters flex. I think it's cool. I like when strong monsters do strong things. It makes them cooler to me. What's more important for me? A stylish weapon. Oh, stylish character. Yeah, we're all about that fashion Souls life. Because yeah, looking good in the game, that's my utmost priority at all times. So like the Doshaguma cutscene, and it's so funny you bring that up, Jamie, because someone made a comment, I think, on one of our YouTube videos that made me reminisce about some of like my earlier experiences in Wilds. And there was a period of several weeks where I thought Alpha Doshaguma and Ajarakan were the scariest monsters in the game. Like, unironically, firmly believed it with my whole chest. I was like, these guys I don't even want to hunt them. Like, they scare me. I want nothing to do with these monsters. They're too tough. They're too strong. And now it's like we're just like really casually grinding out Elder Dragons for parts. But the Alpha Doshaguma cutscene where it just like rips. That's Balahara, right? Nasty lad. But I like the way that even some of the monsters that we know to be like weaker or potentially more common can also have like their aura moments. Because at the end of the day, it's like they are predators. Like, they will do that. They may not, they're not Zo levels of strong, but that doesn't mean they don't have, like, strength. I fucked up that sentence. We won't talk about it. It's fine. The series is great because your growth is yes! Like, I can remember being legitimately like, I hope I never see that thing ever again. I think that's the first hunt that we carted to. I think that was our first ever cart in the game, actually. I think it was Alpha Doshaguma. I don't think we failed a hunt until Zo, but I'm pretty sure Alpha Doshaguma was our very first carting experience. We might have carted to him several times. It might have been really close to a fail. I remember that. Wow, that was such a fun experience. I love being able to look back and measure like my growth in real time. Yeah, listen, I wasn't carting because of a lack of skill. It was Fortify. Yeah, like, listen, I really support I wanted to make sure that the cart cat was earning a living wage. Yeah, I was doing it for the cat. Every time I faint, they get paid. Like, we're gonna line his wallet with money. Cash dollars direct deposited into his bank account. Omega was my favorite. Ooh. Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to think of like hunts I've actually failed now. Failed Zo, because we went in with like rarity 3 weapons. Didn't understand build yet. And then I got mad, and then I was like, no, he was Skull. I'm gonna do it this way. And then I fought him until we beat him with my totally underpowered, not upgraded, underleveled setup. Yeah, that's exactly what we did. All low rank gear. Oh God. Failed Zo. Obviously, failed Savage Omega several times before we cleared. I failed Tempered Steve. He is a motherfucker. I think I've failed Gog too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. I constructed a new set, and I consulted I consulted the council, and I put together a set with transcended bits and Gogma parts and blah 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 that is supposed to be like so much DPS, but it came at the cost of a lot of comfort skills. And sometimes I just don't want to have to lock in that way. So I think I might only be able to play that set if we've got a horn user in the party or like an SNS wide ranger. Cause yeah, when you stop playing this game with Divine Blessing, oh yeah, no Divine pain. Everything hurts me. My fire resistance went down, and now I'm just on fire all the time, just burning forever. Did I know there was an official Monster Hunter manga? I did not know that.
Good.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Is it cute? I have a talisman with Divine 3, but then I have to take off my talisman, which is like 3 critical element, which I think that I want. I still kind of sort of feel like I need to do more learning as to how crit in this game fully works, and in its fullest expression, at least, because it can like you get base crit, and then certain other things will increase the amount of your crit chance, but it's situational, so it might not reflect in the, hey, Johnny, thanks so much for becoming a member on YouTube. I appreciate that. You will be able to join us for our community hunts if you so desire. We've got that open for Twitch subs and YouTube members as well. Pay the cart cat. There were a couple of times when I was going through Gogma weapon skills where we would get something with was it fortifying pelt or something? There are a couple of different skills where it's like, oh, when you die, something cool happens to you. And I had another like green goblin mask moment. I was like, what if I die and it's on purpose? Because that's the strat. Like, it's in time. I'm not bad. I'm a tactician, actually. Yeah, I'm... Call me Otto von Bismarck. The way I be strategizing. But, Otto von Bizcart, am I right? Anyway. That's funny to me and, like, maybe 3 other people in chat. Mm-hmm. That's... Thanks for follow. Welcome to the community. But we're so lucky you never got hooked on it. Well, it's the I think heroics is a skill that exists beyond my ceiling. I think ultimately is what the issue is, because I've seen videos of people who utilize, like, they blow themselves up and then they like switch to a secondary weapon that's a horn, and then they do like a bunch of buffs. This is apparently like my body language gesture for when horn is grooving. And then they switch to their main weapon and they go do like fuck tons of damage. But I know that if I hunt a monster with no health, I will just die. Like, and you know, you're not dealing damage if you're dead, and you don't get rewards if you fail the hunt. So for me, heroics absolutely has its use, and I think it's a really strong and cool skill, but I don't think it'll ever be in my rotation, because I think that demands a level of skill and precision that I might be able to acquire, but realistically probably won't ever. Yeah, I see some of the speedrunners use it, and it is bananas. Like, I have nothing but admiration for people who know, like, any game, really, any game that you can play and demonstrate that level of expertise in. I think it's so fucking cool. But I think I need to be honest with myself. I'm never going to be that. Yeah. I'll get better. Sure, I'll definitely get better. But I'll never be at that level of play. And I think that's fine. So 30%. And I'm assuming that stacks with anything else that gives you just like a raw damage. But like, I think people have said that Lord Soul comes with a 5% damage increase just baked in. Yeah, Lodestar, it depends for me, because it's like there are definitely some games I play where I'm like, okay, I want to get really good at this and I want to be freak nasty at it. And I just kind of like make that decision whimsically, and then we do it. We get freak nasty at it. Like, we started fighting Gale in Dark Souls 3, and I was like, I bet I can no-hit this guy. And then we did. And we started fighting Soul Cinder, and I was like, bet I can no-hit this guy. And then we did. And that can be fun if it's something you're already passionate about and you already have like a desire to learn, but you really have to want it for yourself. And although I want to be like good at Monster Hunter and I want to be able to support the other hunters in my party and I want to be able to demonstrate like a competitive output of a DPS and like smart positioning, I just don't think I want to be at a speed running level in that game. And it's like, and that's okay. Like people can interface with games in ways that satisfy them. I don't think anyone who wants to be that talented at the game is like wasting their time or anything. Cause it's like, if it's fun, then it's fun. But I haven't felt that itch here. Maybe we will. Maybe we will someday. Or maybe if I get like really good at it, it'll just kind of flow naturally. But in a lot of ways, it's like, I almost feel like being a Monster Hunter speedrunner is harder than speedrunning something in the Soulsborne catalog, because there are so many different monsters and so many different environmental things that you might need to take into effect, and so many different individualized buffs, and so many different ways you can build. And it feels like there's just so much more AI for you to understand and manipulate with regard to what provokes a monster to behave in a certain way. I don't know. It feels like it is a vast library of information to memorize and then call back at will. I don't think I could ever do it. It feels I'd like, because again, it's like people said this when I first started playing Monster Hunter, and I didn't really think they were serious, but it's like every monster is actually a boss, and that's just like, that's a lot of bosses, man. That's a lot of bosses. Very difficult to even know you're doing optimal damage, but each monster, I don't know. I have a lot of respect for people that demonstrate that level of expertise and performance. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, I wish I had it, but I also know that I'm not going to put in the effort to acquire that level of skill. So, third speedrunning shot at cup. You say that, but there was definitely, I had like an idle thought where I was like, because I'm not gonna stop playing Wilds when we start playing World. Like, I'm still gonna be doing stuff with Wilds, probably off stream, like learning other weapons or continuing my hunt for a Gore Magala skill that's not paired with Buttery Leathercraft. And I thought about it. I was like, well, if I really want to get better at the game, maybe what I could do is just like start imposing challenge runs on myself and start doing hunts and having to clear them hitless.
Good.
Like, I don't take damage. And that will force me to slow down. It will force me to learn. It will force me to memorize. I'll become very good at the game. But I don't know if that sounds fun. But like, I'm very competitive in spirit. I like to see how far I can push my own level of play, but I do have to like the challenge that I set down. So I don't know. We'll see. Base weapon armor for you also, it's like, you laugh, but it's like there was a part of me that wondered. It was like, because in Soulsborne games, it's like you do naked runs and stuff, which not only like makes you faster, you can roll more effectively, but it reduces the amount of armor that you have. It's like, do people are naked runs a thing in Monster Hunter? Like, I know that people can do challenge runs with heroics and stuff, which basically forces you to play the fight hitless, especially if you're not healing. But it's like, are there no armor runs? Can that even be done? Because it's time sensitive. Like, can you even put out the amount of damage required to clear the hunt successfully if you're using unupgraded equipment? They do exist. Absolutely. I had no idea. I figured maybe it was all about like certain builds or like no healing, but you can actually. Then we're talking about Monster Hunter. Yeah, Anomaly. There's a.
Good.
I can't even. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. There are no armor quests you could do. Wow. Well, at that point, yeah, I think it reaches a point where if you take off all you, then you have to do the fight hitless anyway, even if your health is low, because you don't have the defense stats to withstand taking any damage. This is the evil part of my brain. Yeah, that's where we're gonna banish that part of my brain. You know, someone that did a hitless run for World the entire game, like not even on like a per hunt basis, the whole game hitless. I think there are event games for older games that force no armor. Really? Some people have said that the older games also had like a preponderance of like various fetch quests, like the egg collector one that we had to do. I do kind of wish we saw more of those in Wilds, but I did not enjoy the one that I completed, so perhaps it's for the best they did not include any more. Wolf 2 waking up, that's... I regret to inform you, yes, I... Dude, it's just like that Puss in Boots meme, and it's dead kicking the controller at me going, pick it up. I think that's how we all feel. Yep. Severely lacking in unique quests. We might see more. I feel like Master Rank will probably introduce not only new monsters, but potentially like some new mechanic elements as well. I don't know. I would certainly like to see it. So hate those no armor quests. What made them so bad? What did they entail? Was it like hunting something with no armor, or like needing to get something with like an escort mission or something? Like, escort's the wrong way, but the wrong word rather. But it's like, I guess in a way I am escorting the egg back to camp. That doesn't feel like it's true in the spirit of the expression, however. Who's in the body? Astinian. Would you like to see him? This is my husband's boyfriend. My husband, of course, being Sir Aymeric de Burrell, Knight Speaker. Lord Speaker, rather. Former Knight Commander of the city of Ishgard in Final Fantasy XIV. I have to clarify that real quick, because sometimes I'll say, yeah, this is my husband's boyfriend, and then people go, you're my husband. I'm like, yeah, he's a fictional man, please. No man in real life can compete with Sir Aymeric de Burrell. Let's be very clear about one thing. But I could not find an Aymeric body pillow cover that I liked. There, I think I'm gonna have to commission one. Yeah. I think I will need like some kind of Renaissance patron. Yeah, I'll need to hire an artist and be like, will you put my favorite Blorbo on a pillowcase, please? Thank you. Hire some kind of artist that in another life would have been decorating the Sistine Chapel. Yeah, fictional men for you. Thanks. I fucked that up. He's a little off screen now. That's okay. He aura farmed enough while he was visible. So you don't think Aymeric should have? I disagree. I disagree most heartily. I think I should be able to acquire as much Aymeric merch. I have Aymeric merch on my desk right now. I was gonna pick it up and be like, look. So maybe I have a problem. I can stop buying Aymeric merch whenever I want. Like, it's not a compulsion, and I'm not addicted. I can stop whenever I want. Did I see him in the Starlight Quest? Yes! Seeing him in the Starlight Quest made me immediately think about using a Fantasia to roll a male Elezen instead of the Enviera I am right now. But it's like, Aymeric has special face sliders that are not available in character creation. And you cannot actually, like, recreate him in the way that matters because his face is so magical. And any attempt you make, even if you buy, like, the hair or the outfit from the Mog store, you end up looking like the Temu Aymeric knockoff. And it's really disheartening. There's something always right. Like, you cannot compare. His face is custom. Yeah, when I talk about unattainable beauty standards, I mean for Elezens. I mean for Aymeric specifically. But I feel like you would like Final Fantasy 16. People have told me Final Fantasy 16 is absolutely fantastic. it may shock and disappoint some of you that the only Final Fantasy game I've ever played in my life is 14, is the MMO. I did a couple hours of the very first installment of the Final Fantasy VII remake, but I couldn't really get into like the combat system. And then like we were like 3 streams into it, and then I think another game came out that I wanted to play more, and I was like, hey, new game. One day I'll go back. Yeah, I think that could be really fun. I've heard fun things about 6 as well, which I frequently see included on lists ranking like the best games of all time. I see Final Fantasy VI mentioned a lot. That's the one with Kefka, right? I'm pretty sure. Yes. Yes. And I would really like to experience that at some point. There's a part of me that hopes that we might see 6 remastered the same way that we did 6 with like, or the same way that we did 7 with like updated graphics and all that. But there's another part of me that wonders if the best way to modernize that game would be to take it in like the direction that like the Ivalice title did, where it maintained some of like the blockiness of those models, and like the map was more, yeah, I don't know. I go back and forth on a version of that game I'd like to see if it were remade or remastered, but having not played the original, I feel like my opinion means very little in that debate. So, but I would like to, I'd like to see it, because I actually think you can, like, Kefka's in 14, and that was my first exposure to him, and I think it was really fun to see him because you're introduced to him, and he actually looks fantastic, rendered as he is. Like, you can tell whoever modeled Kefka for 14 really wanted to fuck that clown. Like, sometimes you can just tell when artists infuse that lust in their work, and it was immediately recognizable. Whichever individual artist or team of artists worked on rendering Kefka for 14 wanted to fuck him. But they kept his original, like, sound design. So when he laughed, it was like the chiptune laugh from 6, which I thought was really sick. I thought it was a really cool balance to strike. So did I ever watch on stream? No. I tend not to react to other people's content, just because, I don't know. I would rather watch somebody else's stuff, like, privately. I don't know. I think it would make me feel kind of weird. Like, I even felt weird when we started doing reaction content just to like video game trailers and like showcase announcements. But I think I would feel self-conscious if I were reacting to publicly to something somebody else had made, because it's like, what if I don't like it? I don't know. This is a weird thing I get in my head about, but it's like, if someone has made something and shared it with an audience, it's a labor of love, and they probably put like a lot of time and effort into it. And then if I consume it and I'm like, oh, this is just like, okay, I guess. It's like, I would feel bad if I were that creative. Like, I would not want that. I would not want someone to do that to my stuff. And like, you can't control if you like something or not, but I don't want to be in a position where I ever unintentionally like belittle someone's contributions, or just like, I don't want to have to like act like I really like things. I would feel weird. Yeah, it wouldn't feel organic to me. It would feel like a performance no matter what, I think. Which, I don't know. Maybe it's just something I'm like really in my head about, but I worry about that a lot. Because people have asked us, they're like, oh, like, you should watch like this Joe Cat video on stream and like react to it because we think it'd be really funny. And it's like, I've seen Joe Cat stuff like privately. Good. I really like it. Really, really funny person. But it's like, just like to do it on stream and then be like, I don't know. I don't think it would feel natural. But I don't know. Maybe that's just like a roadblock that I have that doesn't make sense. But it's like, even if it doesn't make sense, it's still a roadblock I have. So we probably won't be surmounting that one anytime soon. Also, thanks for the follows, everybody. I appreciate it. Here's what I'm thinking. Oh, shoot. Hang on. I might sneeze.
Good.
No, we're good. Here's what I'm thinking we're gonna do. I did not mean to yap at you for an hour, but I had a really good time yapping. So here's what I think the plan will be. It's 1:30. We're gonna take our break. I'm gonna check on Momunist and Mochi. It is like week 5. No Fat Mouse. Fat Mouse remains unlocatable. I've deployed all of the special forces I can think of in an attempt to extract Fat Mouse from its hiding location. Cannot find Fat Mouse. Mochi is entering a state that I can only describe as neurotic depression. He is acting out. He's become mischievous and destructive because we can't find his favorite toy. So I'm gonna go check on Mochi, and I've missed this. Okay, I will tell you the story when we come back then. Long story short, my cat has a selection of toys, and his favorite toy is this one absolutely filthy, disgusting, like chubby mouse that I can't find an identical copy of anywhere, and he loves it beyond measure. And he's knocked it under a dresser or into a corner somewhere, and I can't find it, and he can't find it, and he's fat mouseless, and it's ruining his life. He just wanders the hall and screams. He just howls because he can't. He could choose to stimulate himself with any other random toy he owns, of which there are many, but it's Fat Mouse that his heart desires, and we can't find Fat Mouse. So anyway, all this to say, I'm gonna check on Mochi, I'm gonna check on Momunist, and I will get the lobby up and running and post the code on Discord for Twitch subs and YouTube members to join the hunt. Yeah? Let's do it! Okay, I will see you guys in a couple of minutes. Enjoy the song,
Good.
and I will be back very shortly when it is over. Hello? Hi! Okay, sorry about that. It was a little bit of a longer break than I expected. Mochi is passed the fuck out on his favorite blanket on the couch, both arms straight out. So, he's living his best life, or rather, a life approximating his best life since we can't find his favorite toy. And it's like, it's so gross. He's had it for like 6 years. It's dirty, it's chewed on, it is this ratty hunk of fabric and stuffing. I can't tell whether it was originally designed like this or if years of Mochi like gnawing it and like tearing at it has done this, but it like the nose is like stretched out and elongated, so it almost looks more like some kind of disfigured elephant than it does a mouse. I will find it. I will find it. That's the reason we couldn't stream Friday or Saturday is actually because my mom decided we were going to undertake this enormous cleaning project, by which I mean I was going to undertake a massive cleaning project at her behest. So I've been cleaning a ton, haven't found it, but that just narrowed down the locations it could be. I feel like a private investigator. They should make some kind of noir movie out of my plight. I will find that mouse. Anyway, if you are a Twitch sub or a YouTube member, I have posted the code for today's hunts on Discord. Please feel free to join at your convenience. I need. Look at them with their balloons. He waves. I love them. So, I need money. Really, is this just a naked person? Nice. I need money. So I will be joining basically any hunt. I'll do basically any 9-star. I need GOG. I actually think I might need mostly GOG stuff. Hold on. Yeah. I need, what the hell? Oh, this must be for upgrading something. Zeno, thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. All right, so I need a Rathalos Ruby if anybody has a guaranteed Wrath Hunt. And then GOG until I get sick. Apparently, like, so many 3s and 2s. Okay, I guess I'll just hunt anything. Yeah, for glamour purposes, I want all of the dual blade stuff. Which is probably a really, really powerful indicator of mental illness. But I am a completionist at heart, and I just want all the stuff, and I can't help that. Listen, it's a grindy game. We've got plenty of time, so all my I do have well, I could have other gems to sell for money. Let's see what I'm looking at right now, actually. Hold on.
I can negotiate.
Ooh. Wow, look at me. Big money, big spender. I did have eggs. I was not eggless after all. I'll be taking that. So now I've got 300K. Not bad. It's not the 21 million or whatever that some of the community members have. But, you know, this is a real beggar's choosers situation. So I'll take whatever I can get. And then, I did it. Yeah, there's also a pretty cool, it's called the Fortune Pack, I think, which I accepted when we were booting the game up. But it's a pretty nice New Year's bonus pack you can accept by logging in. Looks like there were some treats in there. Speaking of treats, hey Eric, what's going on? He won't make eye contact with me. That's okay. Let's start with GOG. Yeah, let's start with GOG. How do community hunts work? So, what you should be able to do is sorry, I went quiet for so long because it's a really simple answer, and then I thought of one thing that might prevent it from working if the bot is not... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Let me get into the tent. Hold on. What you should be able to do is just join and then go to the Monster Hunter thread in the Play Together channel. That works if the bot knows that you are a YouTube member. And it's supposed to sync every day. And then sometimes I look at it and it's like, last sync 6 days ago. So just for the benefit of anyone we have who might have just subscribed, I'll force a sync now. Yeah, give me a second. I don't care about that. That's something different. Nice. Synced. Allegedly. Is what it's telling me. So you should just be able to get in. Okay. What are we thinking? And if that didn't work, I will force a sync again after the next hunt. Otherwise, we might just be at the mercy of the integration bot, which is managed by Discord, and I actually don't have any control over. Like, people think bot, and it's like, oh, it's something I have running. No, not so. It is an integration that Discord manages through their API, and they talk to each other, but they frequently don't talk to each other as often as they should. So I can go in and tell them to talk to each other, but whether or not they actually start talking, unfortunately, that might be slightly out of my hands. But I'll keep an eye on it. Let's GOG. Yeah, let's warm up with GOG. Dude, warming up with an Elder Dragon feels so tough. But I think we can do it, and I will go in with...
Quest accepted.
I might try the big DPS set, depending on our party comp. But otherwise, I might just go in with something that's comfy. So...
I heard from the others.
Because this was... I actually don't think I showed off the set that I got around with. This is, like, the big damage set that I've been using. With the exception of... No, this is right. Yes. Yeah. So these are all of the bonuses that I had, which are really nice, I think. We've got maxed out weakness exploit. We've got 4 levels in burst. This actually does have divine blessing on it and antivirus, which we unfortunately only get in second phase when we use the dragon weapon. But I still feel like I am on fire constantly. And I don't know why, because my defense is 433. My resistance for fire is -9. But I feel like 9 points shouldn't make that much of a difference. What do y'all think? Looks like the bot didn't listen. Don't worry, Johnny. I'll take a look at it after this hunt. Yeah. I want to make sure that... And if for whatever reason we can't get you in today, I'll look at it after stream, and maybe you can join for, like, hunts during the week or something. Yeah. Well, I'm running antivirus for GOG because the Dragon Gogma weapon does have a Gore skill on it. So we get the Gormagala Tyranny bonus with the Greaves. And it's actually, like, it's a pretty big damage buff when it pops. But on fire, like, on fire. Like, I have to, like, stop, drop, and roll. You have to have 20 fire resistance to be immune to burn. Like, I'm never pays attention to elemental resistances. Okay, well, I don't know if we'll ever have 20 fire resistance. You get to, oh, I wonder if that was it, Rizzy, because I really did think that with the other set, I felt like I was never really burning, but I know that had slightly, I think this was, that's why. Okay. So when we started grinding GOG, this set, I had 11 fire resistance, which means with the meal we were at 21, so we were never burning. Good. So now we're just experiencing the fight like the normal way, and we're just on fire. Okay. Not really resist base, it's raw damage. Yeah, but I still don't like taking ticks, right? I don't want those dots on me. Blight immunity. Either 20 in the element or blight resist. Well, he doesn't do blight stuff. It's fire stuff, right? Gorehelm, Noonish Shroud. Loggy braces and Greaves. Really? Was that just... Because Loggy, the skills for Loggy give you... it's extra electric attack based on your resistances, but GOG, you shouldn't be going into GOG with, like, electric resistance, right? Or am I totally misremembering that skill? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna take my drugs. I think I'm good on everything else. Food. How's my food? You're better off using the new Udra helmet and chest. What makes you think so? Just even know, but I want to make. Ooh. Now, if I want money, I should do this. But if I already used a lucky voucher, and we're gonna hope that we get some carves in, I'd love to have a dragon gem. So will Aziz. Randomly stumbled on a YouTube video. I was playing a monster game for the first time. I've been playing since 2005. Let's go! How are you? Welcome in. I can't believe the number of people who have seen that video. And like the YouTube algorithm is so crazy to me because we published it almost a year ago, and then just kind of like randomly, inexplicably, last week it started like people started watching it again. I was just like, how did any of you find it? Where is this coming from? Anyway, all this to say, welcome in. What set am I using? Yeah, okay, I think we're good. And as a reminder, if you make it into a hunt, please do please do sit out the next couple of rounds. We don't manage a queue or anything. It's sort of on the honor system. But there will be quite a lot of people who want to participate. So if you get in, leave the spot open for somebody else next time. And also feel free to get your own hunting parties together in the lobby. Anything y'all may need materials-wise. You can continue to party even if I'm not there. So. Run Red at Hey Grim. One Hunt Junkie since try. Watching your journey has been extremely indeed. Wow, so you got the first experience with Logi then.
Get ready, everyone.
I forgot which layered weapon this is. This should be fine. Yes! Okay, we're good. And he eats me. Oh, I thought for sure I would have perfected that dodge. All right, so we're off to a little bit of a tough start. Maybe warming up with GOG was not the right call.
Keep it up.
We'll get into the swing of things. If I need to chat a little bit less to perform well, I will. Wasn't even in demon mode for that. Embarrassing. Oh, thank you so much. It looks like one of our mods was able to go into the roles and there was a reason that YouTube subs could not see the area. Thank you, mods. Yo, can we get some love in chat for the mods, please? Best to ever do it, actually. I feel like a child learning how to ride a bike for the first time. I haven't played this game in 8 days and now suddenly, dude, this behavior is shameful. I love when Fabius takes that, because it means I can just sit here and deal damage. Or take damage, you know, either way. We're not picky. Angel the fucking Ara. Palico's really good. I should sharpen. You think he's gonna let me? I'm fat fingering a lot of my combos, but that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about ammunition. I'm just gonna stab, because I like having knives in my hands. But yes, the code for the lobby is pinned in the... Or actually, I don't think it's pinned, but it should be the most recent message in the thread. Appreciate you, Fabius. I've said this before, but honestly, I think it's really funny when a monster just decides to eat you. Like, can turn the ground into lava, can spit the fire, and just goes...
Things are going our way!
In the same way that I think it's really funny when Gog just decides to put his foot on you. Just like, big stomp. Oh, I don't think this set has Mire Walker. That's a bit of a bummer. We might want to switch that out.
Here, have some assistance!
Didn't expect him to pass out right in front of me.
Hang in there, everyone.
Alright. Let's see. I think we're probably pretty close to phase 2.
I will take this attack!
There's the bite. It gets me every time. I'm gonna heal. Wing arm over here. God, can you stop turning around? It's like he's a model on the runway. He's like, look at my clothes from every possible angle. I don't want that. I want you to stand still.
All units, eyes open!
I think we might
Don't
need to
get
put,
caught up in it.
I think we had an extra level of handicraft on our last set. And I think I missed that the most. Like, it's not, it's just so inconvenient to sharpen. It doesn't fuck the flow terribly. But I don't enjoy, bombs?
We can hit its back now.
Attack it with everything you have!
Well, he is vulnerable to fire. I'm assuming bombs deal fire. Wait, that's kind of genius. Also, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Ruth, I'm having a pretty nice start to the new year. I won't lie. How's yours?
Better back off for now.
Starting off with a big cleaning project. Throwing out a bunch of stuff I don't need. I love cleaning. I'm on fire. I just love having like a fresh space, uncluttered. It's always very rejuvenating. Trying to polish off the last sweets in a box of baked goods that my friend sent me.
I'm gonna put my all into this one.
Had like a fresh chocolate chip scone from said box for breakfast. Pretty nice. Can't complain.
Connect the nexus to the conversion counter breaker!
Standing up. Sharpen. I was like, I think if I wedge myself right in this corner here, my body will not become a charred corpse. Ooh, lucky.
It needs charging? Oh.
So far, so good. Oh, he's got a wound. Oh, I kind of want to take that. Well, I thought it was, maybe it was just fire. No, that is... Hold on. Gog, show me your foot.
We rush it down.
Sure enough! Uh-oh. I didn't hit the button in time. No, hey, I really wanted to be down here, though, so it's okay. That's fine. We missed a lot of damage. That's okay. We're warming up! And I need to sharpen again. Yeah. Just for laziness' sake, I think I want to put handicraft back on. Like, I am curious from a mathematical perspective
Use your
whether,
sequence to
like,
pursue
how
it.
it equates. Because it's like we end up spending some time in blue. And I wonder if, like, that damage lost
I'll
just
be
from,
able
like,
to see it no matter where.
playing
it
a little
goes.
more casually or carelessly, perhaps. I wonder if that ends up being balanced out by if we just don't get into blue sharpness until, like, one of the actual phase transitions where we've got the time to sharpen that without having to do it, like, in combat, breaking the combo for it or something like that. Stuck up on whitefish scales! They sharpen in one pass. So if I were to put something like that on a radial, I wouldn't need to do, like, the whole whetstone business. Ooh, okay. Is that something I have to fish, or is that something I can buy?
A compact anti-wyvern gun.
Arthasios' final
I
thought.
picked up a bug.
Use
instead.
every technique you know.
There we go. He is not happy I'm up here, is he? Yeah, we should get down. Woohoo! I landed in lava! Oh no! Okay, I landed in lava,
Hitting it
and I'm
with
on
dragon
fire. We're good, we're good, we're
should
good.
reduce its strength.
Oh, I still had one. Bah.
Ready to work a little magic?
I did not change my weapon. Shoot.
a rock. Get out.
Sorry, guys. I feel bad for my hunt party. Okay, now I can go. That's what I get for yapping.
One wrong move. Finished.
Please don't step on me. Please don't step on me, dog. Let's be cool. Let's be cool.
We seem to be containing its power. Keep it up.
Sky, what is protective power? Hey, Hermon, what's going on? Yeah. We're on fire a lot with the set that has more burst on it. And I go back and forth because I wonder if playing a set with a little less survivability on it will ultimately encourage me to become a more mindful player, a more aware player, or if it, but it kind of feels like it's just kicking my ass. Also, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Looking for a front. Oh, thank you. Welcome in.
We should fall back and regroup.
And I think we'll probably get
Time to go
DPS.
on the
Yep, here we
offensive.
go.
I'm gonna put my all into this one.
Am I try to greed this. Take a little bit of damage. Actually, we didn't need to.
Over here! Get behind me!
Wahoo! We managed to avoid. What I'd like to do the next time he does that is try to position myself a little bit more quickly, because I'd love to look. We got proof already. I love to look at him while he's up there.
Ready to work a little magic?
Oh, I thought we were gonna go all the way around. That's okay.
Something's coming.
Oh, that's gonna be sniping.
I'm using the compact anti-wyvern gun.
Protective polish at level 3. Ooh, for 90 seconds? Yes.
I'm gonna put my all into
Feels
this
really,
one.
yeah, I was gonna say, it feels really dangerous to be hitting him in the face while he looks at me. That was a fantastic tail break, though, because I think he was gonna get back up.
Seems to be containing its power. Keep it up.
I mounted it.
Good mount! Let's go!
Now hang in there.
I know you can dodge this.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. I'm gonna heal. I should probably eat a cookie, but I think we're almost done. Yeah, he's skull. I think I'll be okay.
Got its power in check.
I need to get a spare keyboard and mouse. You like to play both? I have, you know what? We have a couple of people in the community who play on keyboard and mouse. I play on controller, and it's hard for me to imagine the way the game must handle on keyboard. But I do controller for most things. Like I even do Final Fantasy 14 on a controller. To the point that like I don't know how someone could play the game without one, which is just like entirely a skill issue. But... Oh, I thought he was getting back up in the air. I'm a fool. I'm a fraud. I'm a bum.
It's preparing an attack.
Over here! Get behind me!
Yeah, man! Look at him go! Yeah, I'm gonna say, Alex, don't you play on a mouse and keyboard? And you're a hammer main, right? Not even. I wasn't even worried even a little bit. I was actually. Yeah, I flubbed a couple of moments in that hunt, but we emerged victorious. Despite my misplays, it was fine. I think you should give me a gem, Gogmazios. Really? You're a Switch axe and you're also on mouse and keyboard? Damn. Oh, we got tail. Hold on. Tail. I still have a chance. Damn, that's tough. Well, maybe we'll get one from Quest Rewards? Swap to controller for... Really? So, Fox, what did you enjoy about... Is this just like Gogmazio's meat? Ew! Yuck! We were just like inside the severed slab of his tail? Gross. I don't suppose I got anything good, did I? Let's try for more. That's... I wouldn't need the paralysis, though. Another mushroom answer, because the universe really wants me to do something with that. Dang. That was pretty quick, too. That was sub 18. Well hunted, everybody. You all have little titles commemorating your accomplishments. I was here. I participated. Zarai, you think KBM is easier? In what way? Also, Timber, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. David, I believe the festival goes until the 14th, but don't quote me on that. That could be information I have hallucinated that I now distribute fallaciously for my own enjoyment. I feel like it's the 14th. Does anybody know what the last day of Lumenhim is? Back up. And I still had my armor and weapon buffs on. Okay, so I may not need to refresh those as often as I have been. My issue is that I frequently... I forget to check them up there. So I just sort of panic reapply the buff, but we might be good to go, like... If a full hunt leaves, like, oh, I don't know, roughly a third of it, maybe we'll need to rebuff in phase 2 and then we'll be good through the rest of the fight. I think so. Yes, 10 days left, okay. Hey, Doug, how are ya?
Good.
Also, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I said this before, but I really like that Lumenhim has a longer duration than the other festivals did to account for people who may not be able to play during the holidays, who could be traveling, or busy with family or friends or kids. I think that it was a really, really good call for them to let this one linger. And it's straight up aesthetically, I think it's the best event that they've released so far, so... Appreciates it. Oh, Kitty, I love you. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what somebody else has
Good.
up. We could do one more GOG.
See you
Actually,
again, Hunter.
hold on. We are gonna do one more GOG because I want to compare feel on these sets. Actually, hold on. So this is big GOG, dude. I'm trying so hard. Why do I have so many different builds for GOG? Oh my god. Big fan of this. Like, I know it's a problem. Like, I know I need to go through and actually delete these or give them better names because no one needs oh my fucking god. Like, 12 builds for GOG. I know we don't need this. Okay, so Loaded 18 is what I'm using right now. I want to try... That goes back to Mind's Eye. What is Staying Alive? Crit boost? Let's try this one. I want to see if I can feel the difference in handle or damage output. The loadout clutter, it's so bad. And I went through before Lumenhim and tried to clear out some of these. So instead of having like 3 or 4 pages of this, it was just the one. And then GOG dropped and now it's almost better GOG? Big GOG. I don't even know what any of these mean. That is so funny. Yeah, let's try Staying Alive. Because that's crit boost. And although I think Tremor would feel good, that swaps to Mind's Eye. So let's keep crit on. Let's try this. No Sphere Life. That's a little bit more evade, a little bit more con. A little bit less Divine Blessing. Why? Oh, it's the Udra set. That's where we're getting all the fire resistance from. All right, I want to see how this handles. I think we'll notice a big drop in damage without Gormagala popping and then antivirus synergizing with it. But I just want to see how it feels.
Yeah.
And if the difference is only like a couple minutes, I think I might be okay with that, just to have something that feels a little bit more comfortable. Especially while we deal with, like, streamer debuff. I have been watching a couple of other streamers play Monster Hunter Wilds. And I have been absolutely awed at their ability to deal crazy big damage with seriously optimized builds that don't necessarily give them a lot of leeway for error, while also talking to stream. And like their focus feels like it's in so many different areas, but their performance is still phenomenal. I don't have that. The chattier I get, the more talkative I become, the more distracted I am, the more oopsies we make, the more just like, the more we, like, tap out is the wrong word, but we you know, we don't lock in. Yeah, like the door is open. I don't know. Eventually your gameplay transcends thought and becomes all, and they make it look effortless, which I think is the coolest part. Like and I can only imagine that that is just an expression of their familiarity of, like, with the game and their mastery of it. But they make it look so easy. Maybe we'll get there one day. Yeah, I'm gonna do another GOG. I want to compare. Yeah. So I'll post this up. And then I've still got buffs, and we still have food, which
Make
is good.
sure you're prepared.
And I think we're coming into this one with Lord Soul, which will give us an extra 5% and then a little bit more leeway on card art. This should be really comfy. I'm curious to compare it to time and just like overall vibe of damage numbers though. Cause I know it's like 40s and 50s in first phase, but when we get dragon weapon, oh, hang on, wait a minute. This one might have, I might need to put my Gogma weapon in this. Hold on. Yes. So let's put on, where my Gogma at? Gogma Fires. I need to be so honest with you all. Shortening Gogmazios' name to Gogma just feels like the setup for a Gogma Balls joke. And that's where my brain goes every time. Callisto, I also really like Lance. But I have no money in this game and have not been able to afford the upkeep on 2 different optimized sets for 2 totally different weapons. So right now it's just dual blades. But when we get a little bit more cash inflow, yeah, when we get a little bit more liquid assets, I would like to, I'd like to start playing Lance again. I miss that one. Here it is. So less attack, more affinity, and more fire. I feel like that's what we want for GOG. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. And then I'll just swap these now, actually. Perfect. So we'll go in with fire to start. Yeah, this is fine. This is better. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we gotta stop saying GOG when it's gotta be GOG or Gogmazios. Like, it can be Will or William, but Billy? Not sure about that one. Like, we gotta find the right middle ground. I don't need any food. I already drugged. We already restocked. I already ate. I think we're just good to go. Like how Bloodborne enthusiasts will sometimes shorten Lawrence to Larry, and it's like, no, I don't know him like that. I'm not on nickname basis with the first vicar. Gogtwa, curse. Cursed first message. Hey, how are you? Really, until I got to high school, I hated that name. Yup. Hey, Will, how you doing? All right. Let's see how this feels. I want to know if there's going to be like a noticeable difference in handling.
By order of the group.
My assumption is yes, but maybe not as obvious
Feel free to use
as
all
there
the
could be
supplies.
otherwise.
No reason to be brutal.
Well, the dodges are way comfier. He just turns around and bites me. Okay. I thought he was gonna do the oil, and if he had, that would have killed me outright. So
I'll assist you with my music.
thanks for the follow. Welcome to the pro. Can I get to your arms? So it is actually like a more noticeable damage debuff than I expected to see. By quite a bit, perhaps. Come on, come on. Oh, it's the weapon itself. Okay, that makes a lot of sense actually. It's not the skill that I have on, it's the actual attributes for the weapon that's crafted, because my Fire Ardian had double sharpness and this Gogma one does not. Okay, well at least we felt that one out. Okay, so that's not, I mean, there's a couple of things we could do in the build to account for that, but otherwise that's just weapon. I do appreciate that he hasn't set me on fire yet. So that's a nice quality of life upgrade. Dogs dog also cursed. We'll be chatting with the best of them. Broken, you think?
Hang in there, everyone.
Sorry, I think I just perfect dodged his roar, and that might be the first time we've ever done that. Now, I do not believe we will be able to continue to demonstrate that with any sort of consistency, but pretty neat as a first time. Misread it though. Thought he was rearing back to spit oil at me, so that was fun. Bite. Tail. Ah, shoot, wasn't quick enough.
I will take this attack.
Things are going our way.
One thing that we might be able to do, if we take a peek at it, to maybe like meet the difference between the comfort and the survivability, is I think this set, we get all of our fire resistance from New Udra, which is also giving us Lord Soul, but I don't think we have Resentment slotted in anywhere. And that could be something worth looking at as like a way to meet in the middle. Don't get me. We're good. Oh yeah, Will, Monster Hunter is multiplayer. You can play it solo if you like, with or without support hunters that are controlled by the game.
All units, eyes open.
But it's up to you.
Get caught up in it.
Oh, we're moving? Okay, let's move.
The magma's rising.
Be careful.
Let's sharpen it again before he gets up here. Fox, what is the difference between Handicraft and Master's Touch? Because I do have a Mastery Gem on the weapon already, I think.
Let's see.
Unfortunate positioning from me.
Hear my horns, fool.
Somebody went bomb bowling. Sharpness loss. Prevents sharpness from being used on crit. Handicraft is just a bar extension. Ooh, well, with dual blades, then Mastery would obviously be better in every way. Crits don't. How many levels of mastery do we have? Is it just the one? Because I thought we had it maxed out with just one gem. Well, it's a level 3 gem. Yes, okay, so I've got that in already. Or at least I certainly should. But we'll take a look. I thought for sure I was like pixel perfect in the corner for the first explosion, but not the second. Bird? There we go.
Hey, Octavasios is back! We rush it down.
Only good if you have a crit build. But dual blades have crit just sort of like in them most of the time, especially with the skills that synergize best with them, right? Get off on the highs. I always think of that actually. Whenever that particular voice line, we have someone in the community. When they, it might be Bear. When they mount a monster, that's the shout out. Get up on the monster's back. Gives me a hearty chuckle every time I see it.
Time to pull out all the stuff.
Is that a consumable or is that also a skill? What do you think? Am I safe in the corner? Yeah! Dude, I love that part of the corner. That's my favorite spot to be. Yeah, but I've had to sharpen 3 times in the last like 90 seconds alone. I feel like that is absolutely egregious. There's gotta be something we can do about that. Sharpen? Thank you.
Compact anti-wyvern vents are exposed. Use them if you can.
I will take one of those in advance. Thanks, God. It is a skill. It presents sharpness lost for a fixed duration.
Use
Okay.
your sacred to pursue it!
Yeah, I might want us to get some feedback on modifications after. Because it has to be, we didn't get that feeling when we played this build previously, which means it's something on the Gogma weapon itself that has either like removed a sharpness buff that we had on it already, or just something hinky. Yeah. Or maybe I've just been very spoiled and this is a totally normal amount of sharpening. Which could also be true and I'm just not used to it, so it feels excessive.
Gogmasios' final form! Use every technique you know!
Oh yeah, Genesis. Everything they did with the Diva is an absolute masterpiece.
I'm using the compact anti-wyvern
I
gun.
hope that, okay, we get down. Nice. That Master Rank will also introduce extra songs for her. I don't know if they've done that in the past, but I feel like that would make a lot of sense.
I'll take the opportunity to add them to your sacred couch.
Things are going our way.
Oh, he's still in the air.
A compact anti-wyvern
I was really
gun.
hoping he would have stayed on the ground. Yes, this is a Gogma weapon that I'm using. They both should be. It'll be interesting to see if the fire one handles differently than dragon. Because if it does, if I feel like I don't need to sharpen as much as the dragon, then it's definitely something the fire weapon does not have on it that I'm used to.
Echo bubble out.
Oh, wanting to eat a cookie? Huge bummer. Well, we'll eat our cookie now.
You have to hang on.
I'm just gonna go in on the tail, I think.
Fine work.
I'm losing the compact anti-Wyvern.
Did not like having his mouth so close to my body. Masters if you're over 70. Really? Razor sharp if you're not. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can look at it and figure out the best option.
Time to go on the offensive.
Because I thought mastery would make a big difference because we didn't always have that gem on.
I'm gonna put my all into this one.
But it feels like it could be better. There's definitely a gap in the build that I think we can bridge.
He's preparing an attack.
Hey Fabius, where you going?
Over here! Get
Because my crit
behind
is
me!
too low. Are we? We're rarely, even with like Wex and everything, really? It's an affinity issue. All right, we're gonna need to look. Yeah, we're gonna talk about weapons and stuff after this hunt then. Because I like big number, and I thought I was getting big number, but it sounds like maybe the Fate Extender feels so good though. That is a big noticeable improvement. I'm pretty sure this build still had Wex in it. We can look. Yeah. Think you have too many builds? That is probably the biggest issue. Yes, at this point.
Not good. Fall back.
Hey, don't be so reckless.
Latent power is what you get from
Contact anti-wyvern
grayed out
gun.
stuff, right? I remember reading the description. Oh, that'll get me. I hate his big shoulder dive. And doesn't it say something like, oh yeah, like this increases your power when certain conditions are met? And then it doesn't tell you what the conditions are? I'm like, oh great, okay. Thanks Capcom, that's really clear. I want to say it's like a certain amount of time has passed where you take X amount of damage and then it has like a 90-second cooldown, but I don't remember. Dude, I was literally just thinking that, like, of all the support hunters, I feel like Kai's performance is... Yep, that'll get me. Very, very well
Fall
done.
back and regroup.
Are you gonna be on the ground for a little bit? Yes.
We seem to be containing its power. Keep it up.
Thanks, Mina! Thanks, that helped! is a Lance user up there? How did you get up there? I have seen your hops, and they are small. Damage can be cumulative, not just from one source. So it's 150 damage, or if, so is it every 2 minutes? Or don't question the Lance. Okay, big DPS.
Time to go on the offensive.
Big DPS.
Hit it with everything.
Horrible time for me to hit blue sharpness, by the way. I should have been paying better attention to that.
It's preparing an attack.
Over here! Get behind me!
Much better. 150 damage with a full health bar. Is it? That's really funny. I actually don't think I've ever tried to see a mathematical value for how much health I have in the game. Does it tell you the value? Oh, I wanted to hear proof more. That's all right. I have 17% crit chance. And when latent power activates and expires, the condition check can start again. So if you just get hit all the time, you can have it 100% of the time? No way!
I won.
Oh, congrats.
Oh, Dan, thanks so much for subscribing. Thanks for the follows also, everybody. I appreciate that.
You reminds me of our glory days.
Those days are long gone now.
Did we get tail? We did get tail. Oh, I thought this was his foot. Wait, this is his foot. You know what? I'm not going to ask any questions. I was really hoping I'd hear the jingle of a War-Torn Dragon gem, but that's okay. So, just about the same amount of time. I feel like especially in phase 2, my damage numbers were visibly lower. But I also wasn't on fire all of the time. I feel like the more optimized build has to make more of a difference. Wait a minute, this is faster. This is like 15 seconds faster. Okay, somebody on the team put me in a backpack. Has to be. Also, let me see. Give me something good. I have flinch, free thunder, resistance, earplugs, bind resistance. That could be a situational skill. I think something like AT Jin would really benefit from bind resistance. Better off testing DPS in the training.
Good.
I forgot the training area existed. Whoopsies! Focus attack, boost and ambush. Coalescence, yeah, I don't need that. Okay, we'll take all of this.
I'll handle the rubies.
Give credit to Lance due to bias. True and real, you are correct. Thanks for the hunt. I didn't... Listen, that just be what happens sometimes. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much for the cheer and thanks for joining. Hey, like, we didn't fail the hunt. It's all good.
I'm all fired up.
Like, I'm gonna sit down for Diva buff. Hang on. Oh, I think I just missed it. Do you think this was her first performance? I did Revon. Yeah, we did AT Gen last week. When I was reflecting on the hunt, hang on. Oh, this was her last one. I was like, let's check and see if she's gonna do Song of One, but it's over. Like, on that day when I was hunting him, I remember thinking like, oh, I kind of wish that they'd given him like flashier extra attacks, because you know, like New Udra's big like oil explosion is really memorable, and I think Ray Dow gets like a longer laser. Uthduna just gets like a second jump, which like okay, you're doing your best, Uthduna. But and I remember thinking like, oh, like I kind of wish Jhin had gotten something flashier. But after playing through the hunt, and especially like grinding out the hunt for bits, I actually think the spikes were a good call because they were just the right amount of inconvenient. And I feel like unlike the other Apexes, Jhin had such a flashy move in his arsenal already. Like, we were never gonna top the Nova he already had. Whereas when I think about New Udra's moveset, it's like the new attack that the Arch-Tempered version gets is like really fucking sick and cool in comparison to what he already has. Whereas like in comparison to what Jhin already has, it's like I don't think anything was gonna like top the Nova. So I thought initially I wasn't sold on the spikes, but after fighting him several times, yeah, man, they are there to cause me pain actually. And especially since so much of Jin's fight feels like zones of control anyway, I thought it was a good addition. I didn't think that initially, but upon reflection, that's the conclusion I came to. All right. I want to look at my build for just a second. Hold on. So this is what we just ran. And oh, okay. I have mastery on fire, and am still having to sharpen like crazy in phase 1, but not in phase 2. That can't be right. This has to be some kind of bias that I'm feeling that doesn't exist. Because with 17% affinity and the mastery gem, and it actually looks like we might get a little bit of extra. Oh, well, the dragon does have a longer white bar. Maybe that's the difference. 17% is not a lot. It's because I'm not critting at all. If you have low crit, Razor Sharp will activate more consistently than Master's Touch. Really? Oh, this build does not have... Okay. Hold on then. I thought Wex was on this build. Fox was right. It's not. Crow confirmed, illiterate, bad memory.
Good.
But if we compare that to this one, which does have Wex and still experiences the same sharpening problems, does that mean that even this build doesn't really crit a lot? Yeah, I see 0 on the dragon. Because I was hoping that like a 17% base affinity would still... Oh! That's okay, we'll come back. Would still... I'll get back into the lobby. Give me just a second. Yeah, so I still have mastery on fire.
Good.
I don't know why I don't have it on dragon. But... won't tell you affinity from all of the skills, only when they actually activate. Probably be some combo of Agitator, Wex. 60 plus crit chance is recommended for Master's Touch. Hang on, I'm gonna write that down. 60%? So, I feel like I am potentially about to ask a very silly question. This is my first Monster Hunter game, and I've become, like, more attuned with the build crafting as we've gone on. And I have been actively seeking out information on builds, especially for dual blades, that can make me harder, better, faster, stronger, the whole shebang. And anytime I see like recommended build craft guides for dual blades, I've tried to imitate them like to the letter, especially with this particular set. And I'm still coming up crit short. Why is that? Is there a skill that I don't have that I should have? Is it just in like the role of the weapon itself? Because people were telling me, oh, it could be, hold on. Because I think people were saying that what you really want on your GOG weapons are 2 stacks of Affinity X. And then I think there was an Attack X in there, and maybe, I don't remember what the other 2 were, but I think they said at base you do actually want Affinity X. I don't know mathematically what that rounds out to, but I can guarantee we don't have that, which is probably making a difference. So the skills that grant you Affinity are conditional, nothing to do with the rolls. Agitator is plus 20 attack. Weakness is only 30% plus an extra 20% on wounds. That's sus. So with weakness, with Wex, this puts me at 47? That's so tough. So that's 30 from Wex. And that's why latent power helps so much. You can turn on skills in the training room to see your... Cass, I would like to... How do I do that? Latent power just gives you a fuck ton of affinity, but does not show up. Okay, so it looks like we want latent power, potentially agitator. In training options. Okay, hold on, everybody. Yeah, actually, and just since someone brought it up, how does Black Eclipse work into the crit math here? Like, Gormagala doing his gore stuff, what is that adding to the equation? Wex and latent power gets like 90% affinity when I'm hitting weak points. You just have to know that in my... I wish there was, like a toggle where I could just see it all calculated together all the time. Poco, I didn't think so. Cause, like, again, I've tried to mimic a lot of the build recommendations that I've seen as far as equipment and decos go without doing a lot of, like, re-rolls. And I didn't see latent power recommended anywhere. But if the synergy with mastery is that high, then I think we're probably going to want that. Training room. 25% crit when you cure frenzy. Okay, so that's... Gore is an extra 25. We're going to go to the training room and talk to the cat. Hold on. I'll be back. Also, hey,
I've got
give me some stuff. Oh. Okay.
Okay, see you
All
later.
right. Thanks, Mondi. Well, I'll see you in a hot second, I guess. You probably see LP nonce often because crit isn't necessarily the top of build potential. So people don't... I would have assumed that crit would have been, like, overwhelmingly the highest possible damage output. Is it just because it's not consistent? Well, it feels like with a lot of these skills, you can approximate crits to, like, 90% of the time. Which, to me, would feel like a good trade-off. Also, sorry if I'm saying, like, dumb stuff. It is legitimately interesting for me to learn about these interactions and how different skills synergize and cooperate and elevate each other. All right. Hello, excellent cat. Yeah, could you lend me your paw, please? I want to see all my stuff. I'm assuming, or is it hide settings? No. I think it's specific skill effects, yeah? Ooh, thanks for the recommendation, Animus. I might have to check that out. The meta is... But that's the thing, it's like, I like learning about it. If only because I like seeing what best practice is and then modifying. So it's like, if I try something that's meta, I'm like, this doesn't feel good, then I can find, like, a middle ground instead of maybe doing what my own bullshit is that's not necessarily all that effective. Well, where's my Wex? Where my Wex at? Wex is just always on. Okay. Dependent on where you... Ah. That's by target? Okay. So, if I were to look at... Okay, so with Gogma and whatever else I just clicked, my affinity only went up to... It only went up 12%? Oh, that's not... That is not... Oh, I actually need to hit a weak point. Duck, you can get up to 40%? I was gonna say, because weak point is like where the numbers are gold, right? Instead of white. So weak point would be like head or tail or certain type of leg. It's not a wound. Yes. Okay.
Good.
Well, then it should be always on because I should always be hitting something that's vulnerable. So that's 12%. And then if we can assume we'll be getting 30... Yeah, we're at like 60% affinity. If we assume that I'm always hitting something that's weak. Because someone said Wex gives 30. Or rather, I'm 1% shy. That's crazy. You can also get the Exploiter food meal, which is basically the same. Which meal is that on? Animus, I do believe you that you need to overcome the frenzy. So, like, you get the virus, you need to deal the damage, and then you get the buff. But I actually don't know how long that buff lasts, or how frequently you can reproc it. Hi, Magner. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to math myself to, like, a minimum of 80% crit. Which I thought I already had. Not so. This is why we don't make assumptions about numbers. They're tricksy. They want to deceive you. 30 on weak spots, 20 more on wounds. Okay.
Good.
Extra 20. This is going to be a silly question that's related to what we're talking about, but is not necessarily on topic. So if Wex gives you extra 30 just on weak points, and then an extra 20% beyond that on wounds, do you not want to pop a wound immediately? Is it better or more productive for damage if you open it and just keep laying into it and then, like, pop it eventually? Is there, like, how do I know? Because dealing an extra 20% damage to a wounded part feels very sexy. But is that damage before I focus strike? Is that damage while I like, what does that... If you lay into it, it eventually pops. Okay. Yeah, Revon, it's, which can make the stat seem ineffective. Yeah, unless you know the numbers behind the scenes. And wounds do come up infrequently on high-level monsters. Attack it for a bit and pop. Best point. Okay. The math works out. You do more damage breaking the wound with a focus strike, but also like I wonder if you can eventually reach a point where you can sense like I'm gonna lay into it for X amount of time for extra damage and then pop it and deal a bunch of damage in a focus strike. Highly situational. Relatively unimportant. Generally doesn't matter that much. Okay. Too inconsistent. For Gog, just hit it. But you would want to attack it. Not using the focus. Okay. Lay into it for a bit and then strike is ideal. Even if it's potentially situational. Okay. So, it sounds like if we're at 59% right now. 10% away from the funny number. That's such a shame. Maybe let's look at... And then again, this like... I don't know. I feel like we should be... Even with antivirus on, I feel like we should be getting more. Hold on. Kat, I turned on all the skills, right, Kat?
Making some changes?
Yes. We did. Yeah. Increases affinity plus 10 if cured. And that's just elemental attack when a large monster becomes enraged. But doesn't give me a specific number or... Okay. That's fine.
Practice, practice, practice.
Let's try to slap on some latent power or maybe some agitator and then go in again and see how that feels, because I have been complaining about the sharpness factor. So I think I want to do a run of GOG with 80%, because if we can get to 80% affinity, people have said that's when master's touch, mastery, something like that's when that really shines. And I want to get a sense for how that feels. Like, I want to see if I can feel the difference. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take us back to the hub. Oh, Grandma wants to feed me. Let's have lunch with Grandma. And then I'll do some deco swapping and see if I can get the extra 21%. Where is Grandma? And then we'll touch the pig. Yeah. Davra, I was literally just saying that. It's like, oh yeah, does some strong stuff under certain conditions. I'm like, what are the conditions though? And Capcom's like, ugh.
Welcome.
I love her.
Let us eat.
I want to know what's going on between her and Fabius. I love the close-up on my Kibti and all of his Christmas finery. I think it's crazy that the handlers get to keep their special outfits and my cat gets to keep his special outfit, but I am just in my fucking underwear. I think I should be able to enjoy my custom glams. Okay, we'll pet the pig and then do armor stuff. Pig loves me! That's a good pig right there. Takes a pet, no problem. How many people said that that pig is like a Monster Hunter mascot? Like, the pig has been in other games, yes? This is a pig of wisdom.
Hello.
And station. What are the pain points in a hunt? Can skills address it? Build. Exactly! So, I'm hoping I'll feel a big difference. But, we'll see. The pig transcends time. Poogie is everything.
Well, Hunter.
Can only be achieved with the gore set. I don't know. I don't necessarily want 100%, but it feels like I need more than I've got right now. So, and I think we've got the stuff to be able to make that happen. We're just gonna call this crit. Okay. So if we want agitator and latent power, what's the best way to get that on? Is that gonna be decos? Is that gonna be armor pieces? Like, I know I associate latent power with Ray Dow, actually. So if Ray Dow's Gamma set has that, we could look at swapping that in place of Gogma. It is! It's Ray Dow Gamma. And Logi! I did not know that! I would not have expected Logi to have had it. Some people have said that, there's a Logi skill that synergizes really well with the Dual Blades playstyle, but I don't think I've ever experimented with that particular, strategy. And they added the Agitator Charm upgrade. Hold on. I've made that then. We have that. Old school hunters would worship Poogie to get better rare drop rate. Listen, I just pet the pig, so if our next GOG hunt gets me a dragon gem, I think those veterans are onto something. The Gogma bonus is a bonus 20% element. I turned on Gogma and we only went up to 29%. So I feel like we should have had more, but okay. Okay. Let's see if I've upgraded any of the Ray Dow Gamma pieces, because I feel like I probably haven't. Oh, that's so tough. But that gives 3. Okay, alternatively, we could just Heaven's Door. Can I just put on the latent power or agitator charm? And would that be better than the 3 slots in Critical Eye? What does Critical Eye even do? Affinity plus... So that's where all of my crit is coming from at the moment, basically. Not necessarily. You used to be able to dress up the pig. I would like to dress up the pig. Crit Eye is just my base affinity. Okay. So if I... if I take that off... Well, this still says I'm sitting at 29% right now, but I'm assuming that's because, yeah, we turned it on in the training mode. Okay, yeah, that's why. But it's inefficient compared to latent power or agitator. All right, let me see what we got. Hang on. I think I only have latent power or agitator in level 3 antivirus. Damn. Why? But I gotta play like a bow for this. Okay, hold on. I think I gotta find it. Oh, I'm straight up never gonna find it, am I? Cultivate extender, read window. There's heroics. Agitator. Okay, so that's agitator at level 2. Can I upgrade that? And here's latent power. I think I can upgrade agitator. Why didn't I upgrade that? Let's upgrade that. I hope I have the Jin mats for it.
Come on.
Dragon gem. Okay. So, can't have that, but we could put on latent power, which I actually think would probably be good, maybe. And then coalescence is increased elemental attack, status buildup after recovering from light. Okay, well, I'm gonna craft this just so we have it. And then I need 2 Jins and a dragon gem. The dragon gem grind is brutal. Okay. So I'm gonna pop this off. And let's do latent power, I think is what I said, because I can't upgrade. Yeah, okay, so we'll do latent power. I'll lose a slot, but we're still on 3 antivirus, 3 divine blessing. My affinity is now only 17%. Yeah, that's tough. So we lost the 12. So what else can I put on? Gog hit zones don't proc Wex until final phase? I do want a Wrath Gem, but I want to run one more Gog after we try to make some crit changes. If you're wearing the Gamma chest, you'll overcap. Wex and max LP is solid on its own. Yeah? 1 burst or 5 burst, but 4 is inefficient. How so? Can you explain the reasoning behind that? Because I don't think I have any burst gems on. So I wonder what that's got to be coming from. Hold on. I might be, hang on. Burst. Okay, so it's from the Gog Coil and the Ebony Helm. 1 level of burst gives a lot, but each level thereafter gives you much less by comparison. I'd go for 5. The slot spend is yeah? The math works out that burst 2 to 4 don't give as much benefit for the jewel space. 0 to 8 attack boost in 1 level, but only 2 attack for every level of burst thereafter. Well, so the burst gem would be a 3-star. So I would need to pop off a Wex to get there. Or I would need to swap out armor pieces. I just got my money back! I have no money in this game, ever! Current affinity without situational skill. I would have to go back to the cat. I would have to go back to the cat. Honestly, I think it's 0. I think now it's 0 on both weapons. Hold on. Just read the number on the right. Oh. Hold on. 17. 17%. If you're using the ebony set bonus, it is worth maxing both. Both. I got caught between saying both and burst. Okay. Is it worth losing a point in Wex to put it in burst? LP5, and antivirus is enough. Burst 1 is correct. Yeah, but the issue is I'm getting burst from armor pieces. So if I wanted to swap those off, I'd have to upgrade new stuff. And we are limited in a very real financial way at the moment. So don't need to swap out armor, that's fine. But we already get a lot of affinity through, and Wex works best as Wex 5. Just try to get your element weapons with damage. Okay. And antivirus will give 25% after proccing. So, okay. Okay. If we go with that, then we're at 17. Plus, we'll just, as playing smart with Wex will give us an extra 30, which will be 47. And then 20 after antivirus, 67. We're still not at 80. But we have latent power on now. So, okay. And then latent power is not available as a deco of any kind, right? That is purely an armor-based skill. I've got the 2 gore pieces, but it'll only pop in second phase, unfortunately. I have, before I understood how the Gogma weapon roll would work, those of you who were with us last Sunday, you will remember this. I rolled, and I got, what was it? I got Gormagala's Tyranny and Flexible Leathercraft, and I said, cool, we got a gore piece. And then I went and I did a couple of hunts. And then I went back and I said, let's roll the dice again. I like to spin the wheel. And I got identically Gormagala's Tyranny, Flexible Leathercraft as the immediate roll after the one that I had. And I went, oh, this is garbage. I don't need this. And we just let it happen. And if I had been smart, what I would have done is turned off the game, upgraded my secondary offhand weapon immediately, and then I would have had Gormagala on both sets. I didn't do that. I wasn't math-brained. I wasn't number-pilled. I saw the opportunity, and I walked away from it. I had my eyes closed, walked into a telephone pole, stepped on a rake, fell through a window, and now I am at the mercy of RNG until we can get Gormagala on our fire weapon. So that was tough. That was very tough. But so unfortunately, yeah, we're only getting antivirus in second phase, which I'm sure is not helping us. Well, let's run one more GOG and see if agitator makes a difference. I don't think it will. I think we need more to draw out this set's full potential. We need gore on the off, on, I guess it's the main hand because we start in fire. But I don't want to sit here and roll stuff with you guys because I can do that in my off time. I can do that with the lights off and a big sweatshirt on. I say wearing a big sweatshirt already. You guys don't have to watch me sit in front of the slot machine and pull the handle every 10 seconds, but at least it's not. I would listen, Venatide. I would take Neopteron camouflage. I was like, at this point, every gore thing I've ever seen has come with Leathercraft, so I would take anything just to get it. We need sane decos to help with the gore set. Well, we've got antivirus. Does that do something more? Really, second sharpness boost for the GOG weapon instead of the element. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So that is also in part why this weapon feels like it has to be sharpened nonstop. The previous version of this, the Ardian one, had 2 sharpness bonuses to it. Now losing those, I'm sure is not making it feel any better. Affinity 2, element 2, attack boost. I said element X, attack, and I think... Okay, hold on. Is it worth... Is it worth doing a couple of skill rerolls in the Gogma section to try to see if we can get a better spread? Like a couple affinity X's or losing an element for a sharpness or something like that? Antivirus is definitely maxed, yeah. Definitely? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, hold on. Let's gamble. If I don't like what I get, I'm gonna turn the game off and we're gonna pretend it never happened. But let's gamble.
Ooh, Artian, you say?
Art, yes,
I'm up for
legend.
the challenge.
Precisely. Okay, so... Because Dragon has a sharpness. Yeah. So let's see if we can do something better with fire. So, Red Angel! Hang on, I'm putting on my nerd glasses. I've got my teeth out. If what I'm remembering is correct, 4 attack, 1 sharp was the best Ardian spread before
Good.
Gogma came out and the newest monsters dropped. If I'm remembering my nerd lore correctly, now you want to repurpose those for Mind's Eye sets, but to maximize your damage in the most meta way, what you actually want is on dual blades. I can't speak to any other weapon. It's 2 affinity X, 1 attack X, or like it's at least 2 affinity X, and then I think an attack X and an attack 2 or an attack 3, and then something else. But based on what I was reading, if I didn't totally fumble the interpretation, because like crit and element are so effective against Gog, like that's what you would. There's even like a special part of the dual blades guide I was reading that's like, you know what, when you get Gog out of phase 2 and into phase 3, you should fast travel back to camp and put on this armor set that's exactly the same but has a different pair of pants, because that means that you do even more affinity in phase 3. And I was like, I appreciate this so much. I love your hustle. I love your grind. I love your dedication. I am not going to remember to go back to camp and change my pants. It is never happening. You are so cute. You're so adorable. You are so locked in. I wish I were you. I will never be you. I will never leave the fight to change my pants. Anyway, like I said, I'm trying really hard to understand the craft in a way that makes me a better player and a better teammate. Am I like successful at that? I don't know, but the effort is there and it is sincere and it is genuine. Okay. Playing old gen style. Listen, when I'm surrounded by vets, I will pick up your habits, even subconsciously, if you have not communicated them to me. Yeah, oops, new pant. That was the pant I upgraded on accident. I was so mad. I was looking at, because they had like the recommended pieces for like the GOG specifically, and I was like, well, I'm gonna be grinding a lot of GOG, so I'll definitely maximize, like that'll be the set I make first, because that'll be the monster I'm hunting the most of. And then I realized I was looking at the phase 2 guide specifically that had you wear a different pair of fucking pants. And I was like, grrr, I don't need those pants. Do you know what's not fucking helping me? The Gravios skill that reduces the amount of damage I take when I'm at full health. Do I look like I'm ever at full health in the GOG mob? Like... And then I turned the game off and tried to get my money back, and I couldn't get my money back. So now I've got a fresh pair of pants in the drawer that I'll never put on. I love Monster Hunter. Dude, this game is so fucking good. Hang on. I gotta drink tea. Okay. Let's roll. Let's roll stuff. I'm actually gonna do what I said. I'm actually curious now. I know it's Affinity X, 2 of them. And then it's probably like attack X and attack 3, but I want to know. I want to confirm. Yeah, hold on. Pulling up the math. I hope Reddit is not lying to me, because that's the guide that I'm referencing. Hold on, hold on. Okay, this says... Oh! For GOG, it's actually affinity, like 3 times affinity infusion that's best. But you can do a minimum of 2. I'm gonna forget what all these weapons are for. I think it's so fun that it's like, yeah, this particular infusion set is best against this monster, and then the same thing against a different monster is more effective. Yeah, 2 affinity X, and then you can choose your poison between attack boost X, attack boost 3, element X, affinity 3, and then any 2s are bad. So maybe we've got some versatility here. I'm taking a picture of this because I'm too lazy to write it down. I don't know why my phone was like, would you like to take a portrait of your monitor? It zoomed in real far. I don't. Okay, there we go. Let's roll. 230, 2 element, 2 attack. That's not bad. Heaven's Door, do y'all think we should try to, like, cycle these and get brand new ones? Or do you think we should just try... Do you think we should reset all of them or just try to keep them but get them better? I think we want a sharpness, personally. Sharpness X is so comfy. Oh yeah, man. We're pulling the lever, Kronk. Reset for sure. You think so? That would be good to try for sharpness. Look for 1. Okay, and if I spend a lot of money and we don't get anything good, I'm turning the game off and we're restarting it and we're pretending this never happened, and then I'm going to fume silently and go into GOG. Like King Crimson just came and like stole the time and we didn't do anything. Yeah, just like a vacuum. Current rolls are ass. Okay, we'll reset these. Oh, do I have enough special rocks? Please tell me I have enough special rocks. Okay, we've got a lot of rocks. That's great.
Begin?
Oh! Well, that gave me element X and sharpness X, but affinity 2, attack 2, and element 2. So I think we probably still want to keep resetting this. Top 3 rolls should be 2 affinity, attack X, and elephant in it. I said elephant. Elephant X. Yeah! Case, I am a huge JoJo fan. Our like community phrase for when I want very clear and direct like community feedback or guidance is Heaven's Door. Yeah, we'll keep this, but let's keep trying. Cause that gives me... This is better. This is better than what I have. Yeah, I'll keep this and let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling the dice.
Should I begin?
Hey, Sai, what's going on? Ooh. Well, there... Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Wait. This is it. I got Affinity 3, Affinity X, Attack 3, Attack X, and Sharpness X. I think we should keep this and stop. I don't think we need to pull the lever anymore. I would like to see the Affinity 3 become Affinity X, but I think you need to recognize when you've won enough. Yeah, we're gonna take this. This is fantastic. Wahoo! That's fantastic. Yeah, for right now, like the only way that could be better is like straight up if, hold on, I'm looking at the photograph I literally just took, is if the Affinity 3 was an X, and according to the guide, if the Sharpness X was an element X. I think this is good. Yeah, we'll keep this for here. The other affinity and attack. I thought there could only be one attack X. Because I thought like when we were talking about it last week, I thought someone was like, oh, you're always gonna end up with an attack 3 because the game won't give you like 5 X's. It's 2 of each. It's 2 of each. Okay. 2 of each X. I think this is good. We can roll to fine tune this. But the fine tuning will only give me what, an extra 2 points of affinity and an extra 3 points of attack, which is nothing to sneer at. But I don't think we're gonna get lucky. So I think we should keep this now. And then how does Dragon compare? Attack 2, attack 3, attack X, element X. I think we should reroll Dragon also. If we're, I'm gonna save really fast. Actually, I think it's worth saving here.
Leaving already?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. We'll just lock in. Realistically, you can aspire. Yeah, but like I can try to game that by re-rolling keeping. If we're resetting and we get good base skills, I'm okay with that. I do play on PC. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, let me do a couple of rolls for Dragon.
Ooh, Archean, you say? I'm up for the challenge.
Well, this is dangerous because now I'm like, what if I could roll Dish and get better skills? It's never going to happen. I'm never gonna get better skills. But what if I could get Gore? Thanks to follow. Welcome to the community. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna attack, sharp attack. We need affinity. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll this.
Should I begin?
So we lost this. I think we should keep this because I think it's better than. Hang on, I'm gonna hide the chat. Oh, I can't hide the chat box without hiding myself. You know what? That's all right. I'm gonna disappear. I want you guys to look at this because I think it's easier if you see it than if I read it off. What do you think about this? I feel like this is better than what I have. It's not the best, but I feel like this is a better replacement. Because now we've got an Affinity X and a Sharpness X. We're keeping Element X, and we've got an Attack Boost 3, which again is like not great. And I'd love to see if we could get the Affinity 2 to something better. But I think this is I think this is worth keeping. Smidge better. Okay. Okay. We're gonna keep this. Ooh, one person says keep the old one. Sharpness X is worth the change. 4 element, 1 sharp. I haven't seen any of the guides recommend element. It's all been affinity. You can side by side. Oh, we can review. Hold on. So this is a smidge less attack, but more affinity baked in. I think we want that. Especially since GOG in second phase, or dragon phase rather. Sorry, it's 3 phases, but the first 2 are fire. So in my mind, that's like the same thing. So much more vulnerable. I think we want that. I think that's really good. And this gives us more sharpness comfort. I'm gonna keep this. But let's roll it again. Again, we already saved, so if we don't get anything great, I'm not losing a lot of money.
Should I begin?
Because I'm assuming here. Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I proceed?
Let's re-roll. That's double sharp, so I don't think we want that. I think that's too much sharpness, personally. More affinity is better for dual blade since you can make more use of Master's Touch. Exactly! Saying I have straight up never had any performance issues. Clarification. I had like 4 hours worth of performance issues one night after they released Title Update 2, where I was having like connection problems staying in a multiplayer lobby. Other than that, I have never had any performance issues with this game. That said, I am running extremely high-end hardware, so I really cannot comment how this game would run on mid or low tier rigs. I do know that Capcom has been releasing patches designed to address performance instability that is hopefully given players on mid or low PCs an improved experience. But again, since I'm not a part of the demographic receiving that experience, I legitimately can't say. But I have never had any performance issues. Again, with the asterisk that I'm running a really, really powerful computer. Mid-ranged at best. There's like a hardware table on Steam, I think, where they show you the recommended specs. Some people have said that even running recommended, they still have issues. I've never needed to make use of stuff like frame gen or other. There are allegedly some mods that you can install also that might give you a performance boost. Some driver settings you might be able to fuck with. I don't know. That's the type of thing that feedback from community members would be more helpful on, because unfortunately, my PC be strong. She was expensive. Yeah, when we started playing in March, I was using the 4070, which was great. And then a couple months ago, I upgraded to the 9070 XT, and I can run the game on max settings, max quality, everything turned up to the highest possible setting, while streaming to 2 different platforms and recording locally, and we don't have any problems. But again, that's really high-end hardware, so... No, Stanny, you're totally fine. And again, I'm totally happy for chat to have a conversation about tech and hardware and performance while I sit here and run the slot machine for a couple of minutes. So, yeah, Zaragi, the 9070 is really, really strong. I have no complaints with that GPU whatsoever. I had an AMD CPU in my rig, and this is my first experience with an AMD GPU, and I've been really legitimately impressed by it. Like, the quality at the price point puts NVIDIA to shame, IMO. Like, and I say that having used NVIDIA GPUs, like they're good, but what I'm getting here is just, it's better and more affordable. So, and especially with the price increase that we're going to see with consumer hardware, I appreciate that. I appreciate when things do a great job at a lower price point. I think that's cool, so... Living the dream of, it's not, I hope none of this sounds like a flex, right? I hope none of this reads as like humble bragging, like, oh, streamer has strong computer. Like, I hope that's not what it sounds like, but I know especially surrounding Wild's performance has been a point of contention, and there has been instability that needed to be addressed that was perhaps not addressed as quickly as it could have been. So it's really important to me that I am just fully transparent with all of you that I can't participate honestly in those conversations because they don't affect me. I can't talk about it because it doesn't happen. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Am I gonna keep? I don't think I should keep. I think 2 sharpness is too much. So I'm gonna roll a couple extra.
A sage choice.
And hope I get lucky. No, we're still getting double sharp. Yeah, I think I would be really curious to see the texture pack improvements, because of the people I know who also have like pretty powerful machines, they said I'm talking about Al Austin, moderator and video editor Al Austin. Like, the texture pack especially is just not optimized well. And even if you have a strong computer, like, running it can just cause jitters and lag in a way that's really unpleasant. I think the game looks and runs fantastically without it, but I am curious, now that I have an even stronger GPU, when they release the update that improves the texture pack's performance, I want to see if we can turn that shit on. Because especially as a streamer, it's like I always want to give my audience the best possible watch quality they can get. And if turning on the texture pack makes the game look better for y'all, like, I want to use it if we can. So, yeah, let's reroll again. Francis, we hunt with YouTube members and Twitch subs on the Discord, which is where I share the code. Why am I still getting 2 sharp again? Am I clicking
Good.
Was I clicking amend or was I keeping reset? I had to have been, it had to have been reset. We were just getting unlucky, I guess.
Should I begin?
Yeah, we might be keeping, although this process is not as expensive as I thought it would be,
Can I proceed?
we might have a couple of No, we don't want that. I think we need 1 sharpness, although that's really sexy. 3 affinity, 2 attack. That is sexy. Hold on. Hang on. What do y'all think about this? I'm gonna show this off to you guys. 3 affinity blows. No, well, not so, Al Austin. For you see, the geniuses of, I don't remember it. The guide is written by a team of people, and they have a special team name, and that makes me think that they're very clever. They know their shit. They say, actually, for the dragon phase of Gogmazios, you do actually want 3 affinity because he's so susceptible to element in that phase of the fight. I don't know why that is my go-to voice for a smart person saying a smart thing. God, I wish I knew. No, it wasn't Darkseid. It was a different team. I have come to learn who Team Darkseid is, though. And honestly, that's been a really satisfying part of the Monster Hunter community experience. Like, becoming aware of these, like, incredible creators and, like, resource makers that everyone else knows about that I'm discovering for the first time. Loving this accent. Thanks for... All this talk of specs hasn't got me wondering...
Good.
Hey, did you mean to do that? Was that... Did you add an extra 0 there, buddy? Where there was not supposed to be an extra 0? Paladin, thank you so much, for the incredible donation. Oh my god, this is illegal, you know? Merry Birthmas, go Paladin, thank you so much. How have you been? That, like, kind of legitimately, like, made me tear up in, like, a stressful way. Thank you so much. I'm, like, kind of speechless. I don't know how to be normal about that. How have you been? I'm using the 9070 XT right now, but I was previously using a 4090. 4070? $40.70. Yeah, too many numbers, got too many zeros, too many sevens. Wow. Oh my god. What was What was I doing in this game? Oh, I wanted people's opinion on the stats here. Yes. Look at my weapons. What do you think? Is this worth? Have a great stream, enjoy figuring out going. Thank you, Paladin. I really appreciate it. I'll thank you again when my face is on screen. Al Austin is thumbs downing 3 affinity. Would we feel the sharpness loss that substantially? Also, Will, thank you so much for gifting those subs out. Oh my goodness. Very low. Would rather have sharpness X. Okay. All right. Then we will, we won't keep this and we'll reroll again. Not having sharpness on DB is very rough. Okay. Okay. Also, Paladin, thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm dumb now. Yeah, there was a debuff on that dono, and we've entered the moron zone. No, I don't want to use the, well, I guess, oh, I'm gonna need special rocks. I'm running out of rocks.
A sage choice.
Here's what I'll do. We'll spend all of the rocks available to us, and then if they don't get any better, we'll just keep, like, the third roll that we had. That's perfect. Yeah, okay. Let's see. This isn't good. Nah. No. Yeah, we might be approaching the last upgrade we can make before we need more rocks. That's even worse! That's the worst roll we've had all day. Special rocks. Yeah, baby! This is our very last roll until we need more rocks.
Can I proceed?
Good.
Damn. Damn, there's no sharp, but it is nice though. I think this is not better than what I already have. What do you guys think? Big hit always next. There is no next hit. We don't have any rocks no more. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty good. Is it worth keeping? I wish I wish we had double affinity. Maybe we do just want to be upgrading the one that we have. I don't know. If you lost one affinity for sharpness, it would be great. Anything without sharpness should be re-rolled. Better, but only for the first minute of the fight. I'm intrigued by the 3 attack boost, personally. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Maybe... let's keep
Good.
this reinforcement bonus that we've got. And then we know that we have some of these in the pipeline. Sharpness is really essential, especially on... It makes me wonder, because obviously it's like, the meta sets are all reflective of a very high level of play. And I feel like that very skilled, like, master level of player occupies, like, a tier above what, like, casual players might enjoy. And I would be really curious in seeing, since none of those sets I see recommended have sharpness on them, how they mitigate it. Because it's like, do they just deal with sharpening more frequently during the fight? I'm assuming maybe they command such a strong and innate, almost second-hand understanding of the game and the monsters and their behavior and their movesets that maybe they just have like a more intuitive understanding of flow and openings than I do. Because I always end up like in the corner on the sacred. And it can't even be gems, that's the thing. And it can't be armor, because I see what they're using. I see their weapons and I see their sets. And they're like, they have what I have. It's exactly the same. So I would really be curious in seeing like video of how someone manages that in a hunt. Like a very, very, very capable player. If you're min-max, they rely on Master's Touch, but I should be there. That's the thing. If I've copied them word for word, we should be there. All right, yeah. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart the game and then roll until we get the reinforcement bonus that we have on the left already. And then let's go in, let's do another GOG hunt, and maybe like we see how it feels. I think that would be a good experiment. Yeah. Okay, here's what I'll also get us back in the lobby since I got disconnected for a reason I don't know. So give me a couple of minutes. Enjoy the music. I'll be back and we'll do some more hunts when I return. Okay. I'll see you soon. Hi. Thanks for your patience. We're back. Let's hunt GOG. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, let me re-roll to that thing that we got, and then let's hunt GOG. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Ooh, Artean, you say? I'm up for the challenge.
I think, yeah, we liked that. It's dragon we were doing. It's dragon. Yes, okay. And we want to reset. And I think it was like our third roll that we really enjoyed.
A sage choice.
Affinity 2, attack 2, affinity X. Sorry. Oh, okay. It was our immediate next roll. Yes, I'll be keeping that. Okay, easy. Easy game, easy life. Don't mind if I do.
My hammer is yours.
talk to them for you.
Also, I apologize if my like hyperfixation on meta seems off-putting. It's hyperfixation because I want to learn from the ways that highly skilled players navigate the game, not necessarily because I think that's the only way to play, right? In the same way that I learned a lot about how to effectively hunt New Udra by partying up with a group of people that fucking, God, I felt so bad for that cephalopod. It was like shock trap into pit trap into shock trap into pit trap. I've never seen a cephalopod move less. And that clued me in to like a strategy that I had never thought was possible. Like never even imagined that was a way to approach the game. So like that's where my interest in it comes from. I'm curious to see like how they are performing this way, because maybe I can learn something from it. Or take inspiration from it and then craft something that's more appropriate for me personally. But I always want to see. It's so interesting to me. It's so interesting to me. What was I doing? I was talking to my son.
Come back anytime.
Yes, I love you. What was I doing? Aha! No, I think I'm already in the set. I think we're just like good to go. Yes. That's got latent power, no slot. That's latent, so that's fine. Yeah, let's see this. Because this is changes on our weapons, and this is a little bit of latent power. We don't have any agitator. Heaven's Door. Is agitator a deco, or is that purely a an armor thing? I think it is a deco. What level? What level? Because if it's 1, we could be a little risky and we could take off. Ooh. It's 3-star. Damn. Yeah, I don't want to lose Wex for it, unfortunately. Okay. Well, we'll rock with this and we'll see how it feels. And maybe the sharpness will make it feel a little bit different anyway. Or maybe latent power will make it feel a little bit different. And if we still feel like we need to make some adjustments, we can do that. I still don't have GOG stuff, which is driving me crazy. All right. Let's see how this feels. Dota, we are hunting with subs and YouTube members, and we post the code on Discord. Also, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community.
Come on over.
Okay, how am I doing on drugs? I need drugs. And I just ate at Suja, but I probably want Carver. And, what am I doing? Here are my drugs. Does anybody have a food ticket for a poor, starving waif? Can anyone throw a crust? Oh, I've got a lot of meal vouchers now. Okay, last week I only had like 4, so I can pay for my own meal today. Did none of the guys talk about it? No. No. Previously, I think the best Ardian spread in general was 1 sharp, 4 attack. And now specifically it looks like for dual blades it's leaning into affinity. Yes. 2 affinity and then attack X, attack 3, and then element X as far as like order of preference goes. Dude, is there a cat just like over here? Over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who does Rose the cat belong to? Can Rose the cat's owner please make themselves known? Hey, how do I make my cat talk? How do you do this? How do you make your cat talk like this? I want my cat to talk. I want my cat to wave and speak to me. Might be overcapped. You think so? I see, Candle, I need to barrel. I need to barrel bull, but I I always forget. I do wish that Capcom would introduce the functionality that would allow you to bowl while you were in a shared, It's not a lobby. The lobby is where everyone is. In a party, I guess. Like, when you've accepted the quest and you're preparing, they won't let me bowl. And I wish that they would. Because I hate having to, like, go and then bowl and then go and then get the quest. Like, I want to be able to bowl while I'm prepping before everyone else says that they're ready. Okay, we'll see. Will you, Regan? Did you see one of my shorts? I think I'm using my dragon weapon, so we'll probably need to swap.
Commencing the quest. Are you ready? Get ready, everyone.
Please let this be fire. I always fuck up the layered armor.
Feel free to use all the supplies.
That's dragon. Ha! Well, that's okay.
You'll struggle to dislodge your canvas this stage. Let's start by softening up that
Bite.
monster's hide. Keep attacking.
Oh, I'm in danger. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, thank God he stepped on somebody else. Much better.
It's softened up now.
I'll assist you with my music!
Okay, we're good. Not the cleanest introductory run I've ever had. He's probably gonna want to bite me.
Compact empty wyvern vendor exposed.
Aha! Loser! He went after somebody else. Nice. And now Fabius is gonna absorb it, so we can just stand here and start wailing. Bite. That's gonna be spit. I'm not sure what part of his body I'm inside. We'll just go with it. I have hunted AT Jin, and I actually will need, hit me. I'll need 2 more AT Jins, for the agitator charm, but I'll also need an extra War-Torn Dragon Gem for that, so I think we might be waiting to craft that for a while, unless we get lucky.
Don't worry about it.
This is gonna get me. Yeah, I'll paste the guide that I've been looking at in the Monster Hunter channel on Discord. Like, so everyone can see what I'm talking about when I reference it. Did I restock my items? I feel like I must have. Well, the sharpness is actually much better. Yeah, we made it through that entire first phase without needing to, and we were doing quite a lot of damage, I think, so.
Let's see if we can stagger it. Target its wing arms.
Honestly, just the skill roll improvements feel really nice.
attack!
Boil. I'm in boil.
Aim for Gogmasios' back!
Oh, we should be doing back stuff. Uh-oh. Well, I'm stuck in his claw over here, so...
Looking sharp.
A lot more crits popping. Okay, and the crits are, they have like, crosshair is like the wrong word, but they've got like the little lines that surround the numbers, right?
Charging? I'll do
Oh, it's the red line! Wait, every red line is a crit? Then what's up with like the little lines sometimes in all four corners? Hit markers into, aha! A wound, not a weak point, a wound. Wow, okay, 350 fucking hours into this game and we learned something brand new. I'm gonna stand right where I am and breed as much damage as possible. Yeah, this feels great. I'm curious to know how much of that is just the inclusion of Agitator versus some of the skill rerolls we did. I think Dragon Phase will be really telling. Because that's the weapon where we'll actually see synergy with Thor. Unfortunately, the fire weapon that we have for the first phase of the fight does not have that skill on yet. So if we want to see the Tyranny buff, that's when it'll really start to shine. I do think that having the extra sharpness is so much more comfortable, however. Like, that just makes the fight feel so much more streamlined.
It's airborne.
And people were saying protective polish is a skill, but whitefish scale is a consumable.
I'm out of here.
I love Forge being like, all right, whatever, see ya. Whoever said you were overcapped on Affinity might be right once we have antivirus. What we should do is we should go back to the training room actually and then talk to the cat and see what we're sitting at with Agitator on. Yeah, we should turn that skill on and see what a difference it makes. And drugs are good. Nice, nice. I don't want that bug. I want... Yeah, there we go.
Gogmasios' final form. Use every technique you know.
Did I not have... Every now and then. Hold on. So, there's an interesting bug that I've experienced in the GOG fight. And it's only happened twice, but I'm getting it now. And it's when we enter the slinger portion of the fight. When my ammo is charging, my controller doesn't vibrate. And that makes it really tough for me to know whether or not it's been fully charged or not, or if I'm even hitting the input correctly. Because there's no response from the controller at all. This is only the second time it's ever happened.
It's trapped.
I think I'm too far away to do anything with this. Yeah, it'll be... We'll see if it's just like that first slinger section, or if it, I think it'll persist through the entire fight now. But... I love seeing 105 on the screen. That makes me feel strong and delicious. Hey, these were some great build upgrades we made today. Yeah, we're good. Nice. Oh, he's flying?
Compact
Yeah, he's
anti-wyvern
flying.
gun.
We've got its power
Yeah,
in check.
no controller feedback at all. That's so weird.
We won't.
I wonder what the glitch circumstances are that make that happen. Because again, I've hunted a lot of Gogmazios, and that's only ever happened twice.
Time to go on the offensive.
Okay, it looks like there might be a wound on the wing.
I'm gonna put my all into this one.
Fire, fire, please don't blow up on me. Nice! We greeted and mispositioned, and we weren't punished even a little bit.
Over here! Get behind me!
This build feels fantastic.
Excellent work! All units, attack!
I think I accidentally just switched my weapons. Yeah, bummer!
No better time to go on the offensive.
There we go, much better. I think 153 might be the single fattest number I've ever seen. Oh, he's flying, so I can't. I really wanted that wound, actually. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to dodge through that. That was scary.
I'm using the compact anti-wyvern gun.
Nice.
Not keeping its power in check. Attacking.
Nice. Great pillar. I'm worried he's gonna die before we can get his tail.
Nice.
Yes!
Got its power in check.
I think he'll be sloped in the next like minute or so.
Get clear.
I feel like our damage is really good.
Compact anti-wyvern gun.
So good, I just stood there like an idiot while I was burning. That's okay.
Time to go on the offensive.
Now, hit it with everything.
Oh shit, oh, he landed for that.
Preparing an attack.
Over here! Get behind
Yeah. I need to apologize. I was a hater. I was like, well, the best players in the world don't use the sharpness X. It's really comfy. Yeah, this feels really nice. Oh, Existence, I love Omega. That's a fantastic pun. I hope you really enjoy it. Got it. So this could that hunt could only be better if I get a gem out of it. I think the build adjustments we made are really, really comfortable. And I think it's probably worth having the sharpness until I can get into a better flow rotation with the whitefish scales. And like, maybe I'll never use them. But I'm curious about their application now. Damn, give me a gem. Gogmazios, ooh, you want to give me a gem so bad? Well, that's okay. Can't win them all. Yeah, Gogmazios, I'll see you in a couple of minutes, buddy. Not to worry. We'll have plenty of chances. Sharpness is just more uptime for bit. It's really nice not having to stop what I'm doing just to get it done. And then maybe we got a really nice talisman. Oh! Critical Eye, Punishing Draw. Light. I don't think this is for dual blades. Speedy Mind's Eye. Dang. Still on the hunt for the... I don't suppose you can get... Can you get a talisman with latent power on it? 14 minutes? I think that might be my fastest GOG hunt ever. And we pet the pig. So the pig gave us good damage. We didn't get the gem, but the pig blessed us in other ways. Hey, that felt really, really nice. Let's hop over. Let me save this really quickly. Actually, I don't think I need to change. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because we did. There is a part of me that wonders if I have a talisman with 3 latent power already. I don't think so. I think if I did, I would know. Can I, Heaven's Door, can I sort by skill in here? Because I've got 20 pages worth of stuff. Equipment skill. Yes! Yes, I can. Let's look at Agitator and latent power. That'll give me 2. That's okay, so that's Challenger, which needs to be upgraded. 1, 1, 1. Looks like we're gonna get 1 on a lot of these. Okay, so only the highlighted ones have this. This is so useful. Equipment skills, and then let's look at humor me after this. Let's look at Wex, because that's also a 3-star gem. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. What did I say we were looking at? Latent power? Is that actually, okay, so that's what I have. There's 1, 1. Looks like it might be 1s on all of them. Okay. But what about Wex? Because I'm thinking if we have... No. I was like, then we could like swap that off and then get next to Burst Gem in there because it's 1 or 5 that's most optimal. I don't think it'll work out the way that I was hoping, but you can see the gears turning. We are learning. Yeah, it's 1. They're both group 10. You can only get them to level 1. There are like 7 versions that can get it, so they're very rare. Hi, Willow! How are you? How was your holiday season? Drop Charms can only have 1 latent power max. Okay. Can I meld my own charms? And roll the dice on having more than 1? I feel like the answer to that is no. That feels like it would be too strong. let's just explore it. Yeah. We might be able to do something funky if I upgrade a couple of their armor pieces, but I think this is fine for right now. And then, did I see someone say that there's a mantle that's good for crit stuff? Corrupted? Heaven's Door. How do I use Corrupted Mantle? So I can meld in Suja, but I can't, like, throw a bunch of stuff in the Suja pot and then have there be a percentage chance that I'll get a 3 Wex, 3 Agitator Talisman Charm. Haven't seen anyone use Corrupted since it got nerfed. Used to be big. You spin the same attack over and over again, though. Okay. This feels like a goofy question. These are the only 4 mantles in the game, right? Am I missing mantles? It feels like there should be more. This is it, right? Wait, the chance is actually there. Might as well use Corrupt. Okay, 4 for now. I like Rocksteady with an Ursula. When I was grinding Omega, that was really comfy. So I can throw random stuff in the pot, and it's extremely unlikely, but I could actually get fucking It's Always Sunny title card. Crow gets addicted to gambling. Let's rewrite this. I'll register this here. And then let me pop over to the training arena. Cause I do wonder if maybe we're overcapped on affinity now. We certainly could be. And then actually which weapon is in my dominant hand right now? Let me see. Dragon, okay. I think I'll want to compare for both of them since one has the gore benefit and the other does not. No.
Want to tweak its
yeah.
behavior? That do it?
Yeah, I think that'll do it, baby. It's still only... Oh, okay, so it's 46%. But then we get the 30 from Wex. 76%. I need an extra 4 points of crit somewhere. Because we want to hit 80 for mastery, right? Damn it. 4 points shy. So that would be the difference... Hold on. Where's my actual, like, weapon stuff? Not a hard number, just a general guideline. Alternatively, we would get there if I got my other affinity boost. If I got my affinity boost 2 to affinity boost X, I think that would give us an extra 4 points and we'd hit 50, which means we'd hit 80 with Wex on. Wex on, Wex off. Oh, and Virus gives an extra 10. So, even though I've clicked the skills, we're not getting the extra 10 because I haven't hit the dummy enough. I'm in the build-up stage. I thought I clicked it.
Meow.
Meow. What a good cat. I need to overcome. Okay,
Making
so
some
we can
changes?
assume based on this that I have an extra 10%, which clears me to 86. Fantastic! Okay, that's awesome. Okay. Because once we actually cure the frenzy, it will get better. Okay. Yeah, I want to see what that looks like. So we're at 46 right now. Let's hit dummy. This feels like a stupid question. How do I know when I've cured it? How do I know? Oh, okay. Does the bar in the top go away? Yeah. And then, equipment bonus 7. Woo! I just wooed so hard I got lightheaded! That's 101% crit. When it's a green puff instead of a purple bar. Okay. Blue for positive cure, red if you fit. Easy. Wow. Oh, that's really sexy. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let's do So that's dragon, but what about the fire weapon? Let's make sure we've got our stuff on. Hold on. Menu
Making
settings.
some changes?
Skill specific. Bonk bonk.
Will that do it?
Yeah, that'll do it. 53. With which, so plus Wex, that'll put us at 83. So we're missing like 17%. But I feel like that's really good. This build feels really satisfying to play. Like, this is just a really, really fun build that handles well, and I like it. I would like to see if I can get that extra burst level just because. Or, Heaven's Door. Like, should I focus on maybe getting latent power to 5? Would that be better? Once you hit a wound, you'd be at an extra. Well, but that's the thing. It's like most of the time when the wound becomes readily available, I do just pop it. But maybe we are too front-loaded, perhaps? Crowan Wilson. Yo, Barley, that's such a good one. I want to try to get that on a Lance. Agitator will add the raw tag. That's right. Currently, we don't have any agitator on this build. We might be able to look at some. Okay. Yeah. Latent power adds stamina reduction, which is important. Is that why I felt like I had such, like, I felt like I was running like 3 levels of Constitution, or like at least 2 stamina surge. That's not in this build, is it? That's just from latent power? I thought latent power only affected my affinity. It does stamina stuff? I better say itadakimasu because this is a delicious meal. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is the build. This is fun. Yeah, no, this feels really good. Too many words to read in this game. Monster Hunter players, Final Fantasy 14 players, not reading. That's me. That's how I feel. Okay, this feels really good. I might try to make some like tweaks to this to see if maybe I can sneak in a 5th level in burst, or maybe an extra 2 levels in latent power. Like, see if I can swap in agitator somehow. See if there's something we can do with it, because our crit feels nice, and it's like potentially overcapped depending on how much we're hitting a wound when we open one. If we're not breaking it right away. Yeah, I'm even, it's like, I'd like to keep the Gogma set bonus, but now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, well, Ray Dow, what's on your Gamma set? What do you have there for me to use? This feels good. Yeah, honestly, I think this feels really good for now. I also just realized it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, Kindle, that's the thing. The burst, it's coming from the Gogma pieces with the Odogaron helm. So I don't have any gems in for it. And since I was so poor when we started playing the game today, I didn't want to do any armor tweaking because that would require upgrades, which costs money. But I'm going to do some extra peeking and poking. That felt really good, though. I did not realize that latent power did stamina stuff. So I straight up thought we had like 2 levels in stamina surge or like 3 levels in con on this build. We don't. Latent power just like really, really makes it super, super fun and comfortable. That was a fantastic modification that we made. Thank you, everyone. Tashin! For your input. That made a big difference. This build was outright unfun to play when I was tinkering with it last week off stream. I was complaining about it on the Discord. I was like, guys, this build is supposed to be really good, but I think it's so... I'm bad at the game, I think. I was like having like a crisis about... Much better. This feels really, really good.
All right.
I think... Oh, and the login bonus. Don't mind if I do. Give me my stuff back. Thanks. I do think, unfortunately, this is probably where we'll need to pause for today. I have a... Momunist again, was like, let's do a lot of cleaning. And then we had like the Anakin Padme Amidala meme exchange where it was like, that's the two of us cleaning together, right? And she looks at me and I go, it's the two of us together, right? So I'm doing a lot of cleaning on Momunist's behalf, and there is still quite a bit of cleaning that is yet to be done before I like stop feeling like I'm living in some kind of like horrible basement that's accumulated stuff just everywhere. So I'm almost done though. So I think we should probably call it here. And then I can go finish the last of my cleaning and then feel like a normal human being again, which would feel great. DPS goes to 0 when you're carded. Well, it's like in my brain. Like the sick goblin in my brain is like, well, what if you just got really good at the game and you did all of the sick, nasty freak stuff and you stayed alive to do it and you were just this incredible hunting machine. Very competitive.
Go!
Ah!
That way!
Did that cat just tell me to go? Hello? Rude-ass Palago told me to get the fuck out of my own lobby? All right, I'm gonna leave. I love you guys. I will see you on Discord. And my plan for this week is gonna be Monster Hunter on Friday, so we can get some more hunts in before Lumen Hymn finally concludes. And then Silk Song Saturday, Sunday. Yeah? Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Have a great week. Happy New Year. And I'll see you on Discord and for more streams. Okay, bye.